Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. Tonight we have a special panel review for Ready to Love Dallas. We're going to be talking about the finale. So everyone likes to call this episode the bridge. I don't know why, because everybody don't be on a bridge, but it's very popular. So tonight we are going to be discussing, who chose who didn't chose who family members said to stand up, and whose family members said to kick rocks. Okay, so a lot has happened in this episode. We're going to break it down. Make sure you click that thumbs up. Make sure you like the video. If you are new here, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe. And also, too, we're going to go around the room. I have my amazing panel here. Stacy should be joining us a little bit later. We're going to go around the room and have everyone introduce themselves and where you can find them on socials. And also, too, to let you know, Tyrone can break it down, but they're also streaming from their channels. So anyway, we're going to do It's J Dub, then PO, and then Tyrone.
What's going on, YouTube world? It's Dr. It's J Dub, the YouTube's #1 commenter. And I know y'all wondering what's going on. How did I get a doctorate in honor of Melody Holt and the Simone fiasco? I figured this is what I was told in my chat. I just got off my live. I'd let them know that I'm the only panel member up here who has not been on Ready to Love. So I received an honorary doctorate in Ready to Love. So I'm here. Y'all can address me as Dr. It's J Dub or Dr. J Dub, and you can still find me on my YouTube channel, It's J Dub. I'm just getting it cracking. I just got off a live. I'm pulling a double shift because that's what doctors do. We pull double shifts. So, I'm gonna pass it on to the juggernaut PO, and y'all can address me as such. I appreciate that. Put some respect
on my name. Thank you, doctor.
All right.
I already know what it is, man. I'm not even going through all of that. I'm on Instagram and stuff. Tyrone.
You are over it, PO.
Well, what do I say? That's good stuff right there, J Dub. I worked for mine though.
See, you just like Simone. You can't allow me to have my credit, and I'm proud of what I've earned because again, this is a privilege and honor. I haven't went through all the hoops and applications and background checks and all that what y'all did, but I'm honorary and I'm very proud to be that. Why? It could be anybody else, but it's me. So let me be proud of my doctorate. Yeah. And let me say what's up to Danny Owens. I gotta send a special shout out when I see Danny Owens. Man. I gotta say. So
man, let me stay out of that.
Yeah, go ahead, just put your doc. If you got your doctor and you earned it the right way, as you say, go ahead and put Dr. Ty Wilson, Dr. Freaky Ty. Go ahead and put that up. If you want to do that, go ahead.
But make sure you don't say it in this panel. Make sure you say it on somebody else's panel. Right. It don't count if you don't say it on this panel. If you say it on somebody else's panel or channel, then
Yeah.
Don't matter.
Yeah, you can find me at Ty Wilson 21 everywhere. If I could say anything, it is Suicide Awareness Month. It really hit home for me in these last couple of days. I did do a talk about Lorenz Law on my channel. Definitely take a look at that. It really, really hit home as well. So it's been an emotional few days. But check on your friends, y'all. If you can hear my voice, check on your friends. That's all I got for now.
So can you let everybody know how we're streaming?
Yes. So to explain the streaming method, the host, Sabrina, has the option to let the panelists also stream to their channels. So J Dub has a channel, I have a channel. If you could do us all a favor and open up all 3 channels, use your computer's processing power to multitask, open up all 3 channels, put a like and subscribe on all 3 channels. But I think the primary chat will be on Sabrina's channel, but I can chat with whoever shows up to my chat room, and J Dub can chat with whoever shows up to his chat room. It's just for us, all 3 of the chats show up as one area. So to us, it seems like we're speaking to everyone. And that's how that works on the back end.
All right. All right, guys. Where do we begin? Okay, so
okay, everybody, good night. It was bullshit.
Okay.
At the bridge.
Make sure you click the like button. All right, guys. So shout out to my chat. Shout out to my soulmates. I see you in the chat. Much love. I love you guys so much. Thanks for joining us tonight. You guys know that are watching. It is 121 on just my channel watching. I'm sure J-Dub has his subscribers watching. I'm sure Tyrone has his subscribers watching. So if you are on either one of our channels, please make sure you click that thumbs up. And if you are not subscribed to any one of our channels and you're from another channel, make sure you support all of us, because we do all work together on different panels and lives. Other than that, if you do not want to join the chat, that's absolutely fine. No matter which channel you're on, if you put comments into the chat, I do put them on the screen. So I have to put the disclaimer out because a lot of people that are not from my channel don't know, but I do put the comments on the screen. Sometimes we discuss your comments. Sometimes, Anyway, let's just go ahead and get started. I'm just thinking about the episode. Any thoughts before we get started, guys? Because it's a lot, and I'm just ready to get into it for real.
Yeah. I think. Oh, you go ahead, Ty.
No, I was just gonna say, for some reason, and I've been sipping a little bit, the men have been a little more zesty. Is
a
that
lot
a good
of people
word?
have been saying sassy. Do you feel like
Well, I didn't want to say it like that. I just say zesty. The men have been a little bit more
everywhere
zesty this season for some reason. Another thing is, like, it seems like they made a pretty good bond with each other, and I'm not knocking them having a bond and being close with each other. I'm just wondering, how that may have affected their approach to dating. But other than that, welcome to the crazy, deranged family, y'all. Happy to have you.
It's J-Dub. What were you about to say?
I just said I wanted to jump right into it, but I definitely want to explore with Ty saying he's given that zesty feeling. Yeah, men would probably say zesty. Women or usually say sassy. Men don't really try to say that because we know that usually from a woman's perspective, it's meant to cut and stab. So if Ty says that, it's something there, and I can't wait to hear his perspective on it, because Ty don't talk like that normally. So it's a zest fest if Ty said it, if he spoke on it. So I can't wait. Yeah, I'm ready to get into it.
Yeah. All right. P.O., do you have anything?
Sorry, I just got done murdering my food.
No, it's okay. Sorry, I wish you would have told me.
No, it's all good. It's all good. So yeah, absolutely. I think that this was a bunch of BS. This was more friendships than relationships. This was nothing. There's nothing about this season that told me that, there was love in the air, so to speak. So yeah, I think it was BS, but let's just start ripping the Band-Aid off.
Yeah, unfortunately. All right, guys, here we go. It is a lot. All right.
I just looked up the word. Damn.
Which one?
Zesty.
Zesty.
I didn't mean it like that, like the definition. Just to be clear.
Okay. So what did you mean, Ty? Tell us.
I meant like it was almost like the men couldn't let the women win, and it was like not necessarily letting them win. It was almost like they had a lot to prove when they didn't really have to.
Combative.
So, oh no, that's not what we're doing.
All right.
Okay, so this is the Ready to Love Dallas season 8, the finale. That's what we will be discussing and reviewing tonight. We are going to start this episode with the couple meeting for their last time to get together with Tommy. Tommy pretty much lets them know that this will be the last time that they will be meeting with him. Also, the men will be meeting the ladies' parents or family members. So Quentin and Janelle, Aries and Phil, they do have a moment during this brunch. Would you guys like to discuss their moments and their conversations that they had? If not, we can move forward.
Yeah, I didn't see much there. So, I'll pass on to somebody else.
Okay. P.O. or Tyrone?
Not worth the time.
Nah, I mean, honestly, a lot of the conversation between these two we've kind of seen before, but I would say Chanel looked really good here. That was one of my thoughts.
Always.
He looked really good here.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought all the ladies showed up and showed out.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So Quentin will be meeting Janelle and her cousin Courtney. Quentin tells Courtney that age is pretty much not a factor. He says the only time, they even think about it is when other people bring it up. He says that he does want 3 kids solid. Janelle says that she is down for 1.5 and a dog, but definitely not 3. All in her house, running around. Yeah, we're not going to do that. She was like in the house, like all 3, like in the house at one time. So let me see real quick. Hold on. Oh, okay. Oh, let me see. Sorry, guys. I'm going to add Stacy real quick, okay? Mm-hmm. Stacy, you ready? Shake your head. Yes. Okay. All right, guys. All right. She says pretty much it's a hard pass, a hard no for her. She says that they have to pretty much be in love and married by tomorrow. And, for everything to get started, because her eggs, they're cooking. They're about to be overdone. It's about to be like a wrap. She's not going to be at that stage where she's, able to have the 3 kids. And pretty much with Quentin, he says, like he's feeling her, whatever, but it does raise like reservations and concerns for him moving forward.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, let me just say this. It's going to be short and sweet. Why the hell are you still there if you want 3 kids with this woman and it's a hard no? Why are you here? You chose her. That's why we know this is some bullshit. The end.
Oh.
Well, I guess in Janelle's defense, she said that this was the first time she heard that Quentin had a specific number of 3 children. But more so what I heard, and which I hear on all seasons, when people really talk is very telling. When Janelle mentioned like we're gonna have 3 kids in the house, it almost sounded like she was talking about rodents or pets, unwanted pets that belong outside, not children. So I don't see or really feel like that's something that she really wants. And she used another type of language. She said, I'll do Quentin a solid and give him 1.5 kids. I mean, I don't know how you get 1.5 kids, but you really got to listen to her. It just doesn't sound like children is in the, the long-term goals. I know she said she wanted to adopt because she was adopted, but they're on different pages. It's just really not there. And at this point, it's given off like an alliance or an agreement, or we agree to meet at the bridge. I just don't see it for them. And then just to hear like Quentin in his confessionals, he does a lot of double talking. At this point, he's in person. He's loving up on Janelle. She's the one, and he's perfect. She's perfect for him. But then in his confessional, he'll say he doesn't really want to date a 42-year-old. Like Janelle surprised him with her age. It's a lot, and it just shows a lack of character for me. So I'm done with that.
Yeah, I agree a little bit. Just to touch on Paul's point about Paul asking why are you there. People's opinions can change. With him, both of them being without children, you know, I start to think that they may not understand, you know, the seriousness of what a child brings, because everyone says they want a big family until that first child come or that second child come, you know, and then they're like, you know what, I think I'm good, you know. So yeah, maybe he'll have a change of heart after that first one. Maybe that first one will be more than enough for him.
Stacey B. Oh, let's welcome Stacey B, guys.
Welcome,
Hey, Stacey with the braids. You still got the braids? That's what I'm talking about.
Big braids back in the building. I went and had to go get them, you know. I was feeling them, so I had them, you know, tightened up, done again. My girl was keeping me fly and fresh. So we're talking about this shenanigery, this alliance, not relationship. First of all, it's very disgusting to hear anyone speak of kids as if they are like novelties. Like they're just, here's a gift. I'll do you a solid and bring you home an apple pie from Popeyes. Oh, it's okay. Just so I can have a kept ass man. Let me deliver him a baby. And one thing that I do appreciate, oh Lord, the Dr. J Dubs, since they giving them out for free. One thing I do agree with you on is the fact that, shoot, I was almost there. It'll come back. I was almost agreeing with you. No, I really did agree with you on. You have made a valid point.
I know I make a lot of valid points. I don't know why people be surprised when they agree with me. I'm sensible at times, you know. I might go a little hard.
Stacey, I like the space. I like the space. Where you at tonight, Stacey?
Stacey Spice, baby. Hold up.
Stacey Spice.
Where you at with the camera and new chair and background and stuff?
Hey, 850.
Oh,
happy to see you, 850. 850 in that expensive 350 cologne. Hey, J-Dub. Hey, Dr. J-Dub. We see you, the doctor of the chains, tonight.
Yep. Honorary doctor of Ready to Love. I've never been on the cast, but I'm honorary doctor. Since they're giving it away, like you said, they're giving it away.
I guess that makes me Dr. Freaky Ty.
Yeah, he definitely. Yeah, he earned his. He earned his degree. Dr. Freaky Ty.
Another thing that I don't appreciate about their very superficial conversations, like he's like it's a huge age difference. Baby, let me say something. 34 and 41, 42 is not a huge age difference. Let's start there, because a ton of guys that I know love them some cougars. Some little pumas. We ain't even a full-fledged.
He loves Janelle.
We ain't a full-fledged cougar at that point.
She got that cougar juice.
I don't know what she got, child. She need to pack up shit.
She got that cougar juice. I'm telling you. That cougar juice ain't nothing to play with. Put it right in the bottle with a nipple.
Because we know she'll try to sell some.
I can't.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said that out loud. I thought I was muted.
I can't.
Right now, right here, right now, guys. I got the cougar juice for you already.
Oh,
freshly squeezed, huh?
Oh, so it's Sabrina After Dark.
She's closed it already.
Wait, you know what it made me think of though? It made me think of, remember Nelly, his pimp juice? Ooh, she got the cougar juice.
That's what it is. I'm telling you.
Oh my God.
You know, J-Dub, it's really plaguing me that I can't remember what I agree with you on, because last week we were getting some smoke because they think we actually can't stand each other. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, it was something down the lines of Quentin. He was double talking Janelle, two-faced it. Janelle was repulsed by the thought of having 3 children in her house, like she had some rodents in her home. Where we going? Also, how Quentin was, I guess, just bringing it up as he didn't know that Janelle was 41 and a half years old, but now he's open for, compromise and not having 3 boys.
Stacey remembered.
Yep, we got it. That's why I was trying to run it back, try to jog her memory.
The adoption thing. Now, while I think it is a wonderful thing, like, especially if it would make sense, like, if this is like who you care about, like, a group of people, a community of kids that you care about and you want to be impactful in their lives. But the way she even speaks about having 1 kid leads me to believe that she's used the I want to adopt thing like as a crutch, like as just like filler to maternalize her, to make her softer, I guess. Like, oh, she has this desire. But really, if you listen, while you talk about Quentin double talking, if you listen to what Janelle said, she don't want any kids. None. Not a one. She don't even want a damn dog. And her cousin said, how can you take 3 kids overseas? Let me tell you something. I had 3 and I wasn't one of them other people that had a nanny. Kids in tow, and they loving it. And they loved every minute of it. I was offended. I was appalled. The mother in me was appalled. Now I'm done.
Well, they probably know that Quentin's what do you call it? Personal training budget couldn't afford 3 children and a wife. To travel abroad to Europe. That's expensive, very expensive.
All right, so you guys got anything else with Janelle and Quentin and her cousin Courtney? No?
No.
All right, so let's move forward.
It was all a bore. Let's go on to the next Fugazis.
All right, guys. So the next meeting, or I don't know what these. So Maurier meets with Katerina and her cousin Monica. Maurier tells her cousin that he is working on a dual citizenship. He's going to be traveling the world. He's going to move to Africa. He's going to be everywhere. He still does pretty much. So he has a relationship with his baby mama, right? And he said that, once his kid turns 12, he gonna move the kid gonna move with him to abroad, because he said a lot of places at this point, so I'm not sure exactly where his son is gonna go with him. But he said his mama and him, his baby mama and him, they do everything. They go to the doctor's appointments, they go to play football games, the basketball games, they go shopping, school shopping, they do everything together. That's what he has said. So Monica was like, so y'all do everything together? Like, what if the baby mama got a problem with Katerina? What if the kid don't like Katerina? Like, what you gonna do? Like, what's gonna happen? He like, well, wait a minute, because I controls this. Okay, I got this over here. Okay, so you don't got to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a black household over here. Okay, I'm sorry, I couldn't read my notes. I kind of just had to say it like that, guys. I'm sorry. So, and then pretty much Monica was like, can you stand up for me real quick? Because I need to kind of see like what's going on with the outfit. I mean, I need to know, I need to see the outfit. I need to see how you look next to Katerina. I need to figure out like where the other 8 inches, like what's going on, because we tall, like you like to climb trees. He like, well, I got a long branch. I just don't know what's going on right now. What y'all got? I'm over.
Oh, well, let me just say this. I was torched when she was like, yeah, Maurier, stand up. And he's like, tell her to take off her shoes. I'm sorry. I was torched. I'm like, yo, why she got to take off her shoes, my dude? I mean, so that part right there really stood out to me. It was crazy. But I just, it was like I could just smell the BS in the room, vibrating all over my TV screen. It just didn't. That was unauthentic. I like the punchlines. The tree branches and all that stuff. Yeah, that was cool. Probably something I would have said too. But other than that, this was. I don't know. This just wasn't that telling.
I thought it was pretty telling. I thought cousin Monica was telling how Kat really feels about everything. It's like that was her twin, that was her mirror. That's who she really is. But just going to that scene right there, that was absolutely ridiculous. If I was Marie, I would have absolutely refused. I don't know what I would have said, but I was like, you see me come in the room. So that's the only time. Next time I'm gonna stand up, I'm gonna be walking out. So because I think it's a double standard. I thought it was, I know what she was trying to do, but I thought she was trying to humiliate him, and I felt it was disrespectful. Imagine if he said, Monica, I didn't really see you when I came in the room. You was sitting down. Could you stand up and turn around a little bit for me? Just want to see how you compare to Kat.
Right. And just a quick programming note, we were told during our process that we wasn't allowed to wear striped shirts. And this is probably like the third striped shirt I've seen them in. But okay, I just had to call that out.
Yeah, those fashions were awful.
Well, because Sabrina, you know what this is. This some slick man shit that's going on. First of all, when you wear vertical stripes like that, it's to give you the slimming effect.
Mm-hmm. And it makes you look taller.
Yes. So that's why he's been in these vertical stripes like this. Let's call a spade a spade. However, this one, Mario, geez, why do you make me come to these extents of the earth? Y'all have them little they're like candy canes, but they're not minty, but they're colored, so they'll have like the little blue stripe and the little gray. He looks like you can get it from what's that country store? Like you can get Cam, what's that restaurant? That real country restaurant. Look like a little house and they have like the wooden
Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel. He looked like some Cracker Barrel candy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So as far as like when I hear Mario talk, I don't get the authentic vibe. He's good with the quick comebacks and all of that, but when he speaks, it's not giving like we're talking about some real things. Because 1 minute, like you said, you don't know if he moving to Ghana, South Africa. He bought an island in Bahamas. He get ready to open a restaurant tomorrow, but he's still moving to Africa. And he's gonna get custody of his son and then give him back. I mean, it's a lot going on there. It doesn't all of it could be true, but it just don't feel authentic. It just sounds like he be just selling dreams or whatever. I don't get it. It don't make much sense. And like Kat act like she gonna really be going to Africa to watch his kid that he got full custody on. I don't think so. And my cousin Monica said it best. Like, she ain't really she's not going nowhere. And what's the situation with you and his son's mother? But I don't think he was saying nothing bad. I just think he put it wrong when he started talking about control. He should have just said like, "Hey, we have a healthy co-parenting relationship. We put our child first, and that's our focus." But he went into some other stuff. So I can see how cousin Monica had a problem with that. So I'm gonna let y'all have it.
I agree with you again. Like, I feel like this was really Kat has probably been trying to get out of this shit for the last 2 weeks. So this was her depart, because after this, we ain't see her again. Nope. Right?
They showed her
just like, y'all making me go to this. I told you I wanted to self-eliminate. Okay, well, I'll oblige this.
They showed her in a black dress, though. Like she was walking on the bridge or whatever the case. They showed her in that black dress. It had a little ruffle here. It was kind of, yeah, but they never showed the scene. She actually explained it too, I think, on one of her lives or something like that. But she was there.
Yeah, it was like in the preview, but not in the episode.
Exactly.
Weird.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, y'all know how they like make us do. Sometimes we'll have to go and just do the shots, bring our options of clothes and do some shots in this scenery.
Yeah,
But
I think
but
she
I feel
might
like
have.
I saw her in the promo though. It was almost like they were playing it like she was going to be there.
Right. Facts.
Yeah.
And she had on that black,
Yeah.
it was like a one thing and then one shoulder. And it
Right.
was like a poof ball. Her
Yeah. Because
So you know
remember I
what I
said
think?
I said that we're not going to see Kat because she wasn't on the bridge. But then they
Fa-
released the promo of her, and then we
facts.
saw her.
Like
Yeah.
we
So
didn't know who was gonna be there. So they were trying to give us
Yeah.
like the suspense.
yeah,
So
what I think happened though, in real life was they probably had her come out to the scene. You know how they called you and said, "Yeah, you know, be here" or whatever. And so when she probably talked to the producers and showed up, they probably asked her, "Are you picking him?" And she probably was like, "Nope." And then they probably asked, "What's her face? Are you picking him?" And she said, "Yeah," because you know they ask you that, you know, what you gonna do before you actually give them the decision. And so when Kat said that, they probably was like, "All right, well, you know what, you can just go ahead and leave. Then we want to make this, you know, we want to make this shit work right here," and sent Jessica over there instead.
But I feel like they would have done all that before they asked her to get dressed and everything,
No, not at
and
all.
approve
Not
the
at all.
facts.
Because
wardrobe and all that stuff.
no,
Like,
Exactly.
why
You,
even waste
no,
her? Why
you
even
know
waste her
what?
time then?
Okay,
Exactly.
can I
You got to
conspiracy
remember,
theories?
these are some selfish ass producers that sat there and they would make you come out and wait for 3 hours before they put a damn mic on you. So
I
why wouldn't they do that?
I
But
feel
on
like
decision day,
I feel like they had got her dressed up.
First,
She showed up.
and
They
tell them no.
filmed them going to the bridge together.
And pump
He
fake it.
said no, she said no, and they said, you know what? Ain't no sense for us to even use this footage.
But,
Right.
and they asked, and then they called Jessica
On a whole nother day.
later on that day. This was the first shoot of
Probably.
the day. This was the first shoot of the day because they knew it was
yeah, they ain't gonna bring
August.
them cameras back next day for
Yeah,
one person.
that's true.
Because everything Jessica said, I mean, I know we're not there yet after their date, was it was a no. Everything was like, this ain't gonna, like, to me, all of her
Facts.
was like this, yeah, this ain't. And I just want to make one more point. So yeah, I was sitting here watching, I don't know what I was watching. I saw a commercial. Maybe it was on Instagram. I saw a commercial about them same doggone countries Marie talking about giving free free citizenship to Black Americans of African American lineage to welcome you back. And Mali, Ghana, somewhere else. So every time he said that throughout this season, I've gone to that commercial where it's like, come on home for free.
Nope.
And like I know some countries that I lived in, one in particular, like I want to say it was Israel. There's a resettlement, like you'll get several $1,000s to like move back and resettle back in like their ancestral country of origin.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
How
that's
many-
just a thought.
How many thousands, by the way?
What you got in your blood? Where you trying to go?
I'm just curious. That's all. You know,
Um,
I'm trying to get a stimulus check out here.
Oh well, you should have. Well, then you should have came over here to Ready to Love Dallas because they've been stimulating
I
all of them
probably
with
said
this,
something
this
ignorant.
whole season.
Man, that's true.
This was the stimulus season.
That's a fact. You know, if you need a little extra help on your light bill, come to Dallas.
You walk across the bridge with Mario.
I mean, I guess I could talk about it. I can go backwards. I definitely wouldn't have stood up. You know, I'd have probably said something borderline ignorant, especially with the cameras on. I probably would have had to soften it up a little bit and be like, "Look here, I ain't standing up. I'm 5'11", but I'm 6'3" with a shot of Hennessy. So
Oh.
don't even play with me. Don't even play with me like that.
Right.
But anyway, definitely the last
beta.
thing he should have
You know
done was stood up. You know?
Hold on,
Yeah,
you
that's a
said
beta move.
I'm so confused. You said you 5'11", but with the shot of Hennessy, you're 6'3". Is that what you said?
Yeah, let's move past that, Sabrina.
The chat wants to know.
It's some Biggie lyrics. It's some Biggie lyrics.
Oh my god!
I'm invincible. Anyway.
Yeah, I think that was hella beta when she directed him as a man, stand your ass up, and he was like, okay.
Nah.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
I would have been like, hold on, what are we standing for? Like, I'm already sitting down. We could have this
I'm
conversation
here.
while we talk.
Yeah, there's one way you could find out if you really want to find out.
So let me
You know,
ask
like this.
you.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tyrone. I'm sorry.
No.
So let me ask
it's lucky
you guys.
Good, you stopped me. Let me just mute.
So let me ask you guys, if you were on a date, or if you were on that date, and like honestly, like I understand, like not what would you have said, but how would that have made you feel?
Well, shit. I would have felt like, what, like, are we sitting up here like testing me out? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and like, it would have made me feel like she was coming to strip me of all my masculinity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's officially blatant disrespect at that point.
Right.
Yeah.
Would have felt like a piece of meat, like a biatch. I ain't gonna finish. Yeah. Like you trying to treat me like that. Like I'm not, nah. I flip the table over before I stand up.
Yeah.
I'm not getting up. You're not gonna do that with me.
Yeah.
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 But,
I mean,
but Mario has always been like the most flexible one. Mario has been a really good, solid dater for the show, right? He was really good filling material, and not to make it sound bad, but Mario actually got a lot more people some airtime. You know what I mean? With his 3 connections going into the mansion. So without Mario, it's probably, quite a few people who wouldn't be on the screen as much. Not that they probably would have cared, but to kind of help what was going on. Even back from the first episode, Mario was like the only guy who showed any empathy for any of the women, even went to go check on Tequila. I believe he checked on someone else as well. He tried to make amends with everything that he did wrong. I think he was a solid guy. You know what I mean?
so is that why you think? Is that what you think made him such a catch on there?
If you go and look at Marie's IG, his social media, he's a business owner. Young Marie is a decent looking dude. He got
I know. I'm talking
20K
about
followers. He's doing pretty well for himself.
Marie.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's so. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that he's beat down. I'm just trying to say, they made this show the way he came off. It made it seem like every woman was clawing at him, trying to get his attention.
I mean,
when he's talking about, what did Tommy say? Hey, yeah, you in a love triangle. Like, what? But that's the way it came off. Like, he's got all of these girls and these options, and he gets to pick and choose, pretty much how he wants it. Burger King, have it your way out here, and
Hey, you can't blame him for having that many connections. You know what I
No,
mean?
I'm not blaming that. I'm just asking that because I didn't see any of this stuff. I just seen the residual of what, they were showing us, which was, he's sitting there he's all of a sudden in a love triangle, and then, they're saying he's got all these connections sitting over here and all this other stuff. He's like, I don't know what I want to do with all these connections. I didn't see it. Did you? Am I missing something or what?
You probably didn't see the for him, but it was almost like a Randall situation.
Jesus, this is a groundbreaking night. So I agree with both. A little bit of Ty, a little bit of PO. Like, he does seem like a genuinely nice guy. He also seems like he's one of those people that is willing to do whatever production asks him to do. And to that point, I think he was a very flexible character on this season. I mean, we saw how very surface level his connections with women were. Now, whether it's a friendship, but I mean like the romantically surface. Because like, remember early on, he was like, ooh, I think I might have messed up. Let me go and figure out a connection with this person. He said it on maybe like two separate occasions. No, twice he said it, not just with Sierra, but before Sierra. Who was he? Was it
I feel like he said that line maybe 2 or 3 times.
He said it 2 or 3 times with different duos of women. So to me, that was already like off-putting to me, because I'm like, oh, okay, so dude, you trying to get shows. I also didn't like that. I don't like that. I'm a Southern belle. I'm from the South. I don't like that. Don't take dainty away from me. No, I don't want to be the dainty one here.
Yeah. The date with Sierra, he did say, hey, we can leave right now. And I felt like he said it again in the finale.
He did.
So, yeah.
One
but
line.
He does, but you can tell he's a business owner, much like myself. You know, I'm in sales. I did see his Instagram. So he looks like he has a successful business. I would definitely try his wings. Oh, over that raggedy ass kale that old boy didn't even oil down to be trying to give to somebody.
They're not wings, Stacey. They're wangs.
Oh. Oh, wait. Oh, I forgot.
Wangs.
Stacey with the braids should know that. Hold up.
No, he spells it wangs with a Z.
No, with the A-N-G-Z, right? Wine.
Yes.
You want to pick on wine.
Shout out to Marie, the business owner. I know it ain't easy. It's trying to help you get the name right. So when you go do a search, it's A-N-G-Z, wangs.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Marie. Where's Paul's spray of bullshit?
Yeah, there it is. There you go. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all right. We can move on. Like, I'm done with that.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to get to the meat.
Oh, sorry, guys. All right, here we go. All right, so next up we have Phil, who meets with Aries and Aries' sister Kim and mother Janet. Phil talks about leadership, and Aries says that was pretty much the worst answer that he could have given when her mother asked him about, like, what do you see yourself as a leader? Like, what is the definition of leadership to you? The mom also asked, like, do you go to church? He's like, no. She's like, well, do you believe in God? He's like, yes. So Phil responds, and pretty much he says that, he could see, like, in the green screen, he's like, like, I just pretty much, he feels like he just can't say or do anything right for her family. So pretty much he blesses the food. At the end, he didn't say in Jesus' name. And the mom was like, in Jesus' name. Phil says that he does practice something close to Buddhism. And mom replies, well, we're Christian over here. So, yeah. He says that he tells the sister and the mom that he's getting back into comedy. The sister Kim was like, so is that lucrative? He was like, yeah, no, not really. Not when you're first starting off. He says that he felt no positive energy in the room. And once he left, she's like, oh, he's gone. Good. Thank God. And she's like, so pretty much asked Aries, like, what would your father think about him? So, yes.
Boom.
Boom.
Well, I'm so glad that foot rubbing Phil's face finally fell off. It's been sliding. It's been sliding. It's been sliding every episode, but I wanted him to be revealed to Aries because I thought that she actually chose him. And I was gonna be very disappointed because again, I saw it from the beginning. I tried to back off of him. Yep, I wasn't going too hard on foot rubbing Phil, but I knew it from the beginning and said it that I'm not impressed by the connection. And again, it's not a lot of substance there. And Aries wasn't asking anything out of the ordinary and learning more information. She's been divorced twice and she has 2 sons. And of course, she wants some information. Like her sister said, she wants to collect the data so she can apply to see if it's going to be a good fit for her. Because again, I'm sure she doesn't want to make the same mistakes the 3rd time. So with foot rubbing Phil not showing up as Aries is asking of him, hey, where is the stability? Where are you at in your career? How will it look if we mesh our lives together? And Phil did everything to not reassure her. And that just shows me he's not ready. He's not serious. He wanted to, like from Jerry Maguire, he wanted to shoplift the pootie. How you do a single mother. She been to the fair. She been to the cotton candy stand and the games. He wanted to have a good time. He wasn't really serious about Aries and trying to build a true life with her. Because if not, he would have showed up way better than he did. And it wasn't disappointing, but I expected it. I just didn't expect that he would come crashing down like a plane. And I'm so glad that Aries saw him for what it was, because I said at the same time while watching the episode, that was the worst answer ever. They saying, how do you show up in leadership? So the first thing he says is, well, I'm going to piggyback off of Aries. I get where he was trying to go. And, that's the wonderful open, not caveman back in the day thinking like, hey, I'm going to refer to her or I'm going to counsel with her before I make a decision. But he put the weight on her. I'm going to piggyback on her and let her make the decision because she's so smart. Wrong answer, wrong road. Foot rubbing Phil days are over. Y'all can take it.
All right. Can we go back one slide to Aries? Sabrina. I just want to get that one. Yeah, that solo. Okay, yeah, right there. So all throughout this whole encounter, Aries had this posture of, I mean business today. And, she let her sister Kim and Miss Jeanette, her mom, tear his ass up. And he sat there and she sat back poised like, yo, I came for the real. One of the things that I didn't understand, and Ready to Love has a way of doing this to people, right? Phil probably said something or mentioned something or did something that was comedic or whatever in the show, and then they never released that, and then now he's talking about he want to do comedy and all this other stuff. So out of nowhere, because I look at Phil, I'm like, yo, my dude, I don't think that I don't see any comedy, no theater, no nothing. He's very just Philish, just regular. I don't know. I didn't see that coming. But as J Dub said, he definitely was throwing the wrong answers when you're meeting with somebody's parents and you're sort of not answering the questions, but you're using words or facts that are already out there to describe what you would do or who you are, instead of being authentic and saying, let me tell you, this is what I want, this is who I am, this is what I do. This is how I'm going to treat her. This type of leader, man, whatever I am. Yeah, no, bro, I knew that was a fail. But hey, you know what? The re-up is a bad mofo. The end.
Yeah, so I guess I can piggyback off of something that was said, I think episode 4, episode 5, when they said the eyes are the windows to the soul. For all who glance in shall see your truths. And Aries' eyes have been different for quite some time now. I joked about waiting for Phil to fumble, when we had first started. And the date was tough to watch, personally, as a man, you would want the person that you're willing to fight for to also fight for you as well. And it just seemed like he was just in the firing squad. And when they made that comment about what her father would think, you kind of had that feeling that it was a wrap for him at that point. I know it's a sensitive topic. I know it's not easy to sit in front of the parents and tell, the mom that you're just going to be running things. That's kind of hard to get that to come across in the right way. But I also feel like, but that also may mean that they haven't been having the proper conversations about what she really wants and what she really needs and how he could put her at ease. And since they never done that, you all could see how it came out in the end. It didn't look good. For me, I think integrity is a big thing. Phil did kind of stand on who he is and what he does and what he feels he can be successful in, however the family felt about that or not. But, in the end, I feel like they both just kind of got fed up and was looking for a respectable, amicable way for it to end. It's just unfortunate that it seems like some of the parties weren't very adult about it. So there's some comments, that we've seen go back and forth, probably not what I have done, but, or what I would have done, but it's happening and you hate to see it. You just wish that two people could come to a conclusion that it just didn't work, and just leave it at that. That's all I got.
So, okay, so what I'm gonna say is probably like, I don't know if anybody saw it the same way that I saw it. But Phil, I was rooting for Phil throughout the entire time until these latter shows where it made you like have to speak more, like and make shit make sense. So as I'm listening to him, there was a lot of things about him that I didn't like. You guys have named a number of things already, but for me, what rubbed me wrong with him was that when he starts getting the sense that she's peeping game, you know what I mean? It becomes it's very combative. It's very negative. He says something negative back about her. Well, I mean, who wants somebody that doesn't like? It's very like I don't. It's like clearly he has a lot of pettiness in him, and it seems like maybe he wants to be a kept man. Like he'll do enough to make you think that you're enamored with him to forget that the sentence before that just didn't make sense. So he gonna take some bullshit and then buy you some flowers, or go get a speedy cash loan and buy you Chanel. But like he was very like the last 2 episodes, the one before this as well. Like whenever when he caught on that Aries was like, and she brought it up to him and his family, like about stability, XYZ, he was like, well, she the one that's gonna be missing out. I mean, I know I'm a catch. A catch of what? Child. Mm-hmm.
Zesty. No, I didn't mean it that way.
Would you say, Tyrone?
I said zesty, but I'm trying to find a word that fits what I'm looking for.
I said petty. I said zesty ain't the right word because I don't think he's zesty. I think that at the end of the, he's the most. He seems like the most insincere one out of them all. Because at least with Marie, y'all already know. Like y'all done had a talk before y'all coming into this stuff. We ain't kissing, we ain't know. Let's make this happen, fam, and not make each other look crazy. That stuff. But with Phil, he would be the one who can't handle rejection. So he's gonna come out and try to say negative things about you, like put it in a stratosphere, but not in a direct way, but like indirectly, like, I prefer to have a woman who's, who can make decisions for herself and it's actually into me. Or just some slick shit. So like that's what he's giving me. I don't know if that's what his intent was, but that's what he's giving me.
Do y'all feel like they both kind of coasted through the process?
No.
I don't. No, I don't. I was gonna say.
All right. Did y'all notice Aries' wine glass in this date?
Was it full or half full?
She was sipping.
Okay.
Yeah, add petty to the name. Petty, foot rubbing Phil. Definitely petty.
So did y'all feel like, no pun intended, did y'all feel that Phil was trying to self-sabotage his connection? Because I kind of felt like he was like, oh, her parents, her sister, how they talking. Yeah, like I'm gonna say all the things that they not gonna like.
I feel like towards that date, when he made that comedian comment, I think he was done.
Mm-hmm.
Because he even said when they asked if it would be lucrative, the way that he said no, I felt like he was done.
Yeah, me too.
At that point.
I think he was trying to play it too passive. I don't think he was self-sabotaging. I think how he played it ended up being like savagery on his own accord. Mm-hmm. But I think he was trying to be like, I'm here for your daughter. I'm supportive of her. I got her back. No, look at her mom and look at her sister. Don't they look like they got plenty sense? You can't sell us off emotions, honey. Emotions ain't gonna pay these bills and keep me out the retirement home. Like, I need more than just emotions. Like, that is like that young shit. Like, feelings get you places. No, feelings, pun intended, definitely do not get you places. Feelings.
But I also feel like you can tell when a person has talked up their mate to their family and then they come in kind of soft and kind of passive. And I don't feel like that happened at all here.
Well, I mean, Aries still had questions, unanswered questions, and they were valid questions. Some people feel like Aries should have been more detailed. I think she gave him enough for him to fill her in or make her feel more assured and secure. He made no attempts to do that, and he actually got defensive. So obviously there were some insecurities in that area, I can't really say that he self-sabotaged, but he seemed to be a bit checked out.
He wasn't feeling himself.
He wasn't feeling it. Petty foot rub and feel. Okay. Yeah, it was, I don't know.
Pun intended. Trying to get rid of my ring light in my glasses. All right, guys.
Can I say one more thing?
Absolutely.
I'll leave it for the end. It'll still be there. Let me write it down.
Mm-hmm.
No, what were you about to say, Stacey?
Well, the way that I can tell that Aries' family came in to bat. And then we found out that her dad was a professional Major League Black baseball player, right? So this is about protecting the kingdom. So whereas like this shit used to might have could have slid before, now that her dad has passed on, the women ain't about to let just any old body slide up in here. And I think Phil was trying he was trying to get his feel, and he was trying to slide on in off of emotions, riding on the back of emotions, understanding, because like Aries said it, she's still very emotional. So in all honesty, she's not really in a place during this filming. It doesn't seem like she's in a place to really date seriously anyway, because she was like, I'm very emotional because this just happened with my dad. I mean, if we want to be fair, and I can understand.
Mm-hmm. Do you? Oh shoot, we're not even there yet. I'll ask when we get there. Okay. So, do y'all have anything else to say about Phil and Aries and mom and sis?
For foot rubbing Phil, Massage Envy has some openings. You will do well there. You will excel.
He should have bid one of them chicken wines. Them wines. He should have went and talked to Mario, so he can know how to have that judge like what Mario got.
I think we're ready.
Wow. D. Brown says, I honestly think that he was just being himself, unlike Hugh, who said everything he thought Janelle and her friends and family wanted to hear.
As well as Mario.
Well, all right. Next up, we have Jessica Marie. Oh, God. Please be gentle, guys. Please be gentle. Ball shut. What?
The Carvel man.
Be gentle, guys.
Ice cream shop.
Gentle.
Ice cream shop.
Be gentle. Okay. Jessica, oh Lord, after this, I didn't write any more notes. Jessica, I think I was over it. Jessica and her cousin Marcole meet with, and my apologies if I'm saying that incorrectly, but I think it's Marcole, meet with Marie. Marie tells Marcole that he wants to open up a restaurant by the end of the year. He also says that he wants to be married in the next 2 to 3 years. And yes, he has done his work and he is ready for his person. And Marcole pretty much says that she can definitely see Marie and Jessica together.
Really?
I told y'all to be nice.
Hey,
Y'all are already going in.
You must be talking about the chat, because I'm
talking about the chat.
I'm definitely talking about the chat, because I
go hard.
I struggle.
The best way to explain this, so we can understand, and I mean this in the nicest way, but this is Dakia and Palm if they had another week together.
No.
It's just two adults. Two adults trying to make something work with the situation that was given to them.
Nah, not at all.
No more, no less. I mean, the most we even seen from them was a kiss on the forehead. So
look at that side.
So
you know what it is.
So this is.
Paul, you know this would have been you. This would have been you, Paul.
Nah, bro. Listen, my thing is, can we go back to that? Can we please go? Let's just stay on there for a second. Go right back one slide.
One time.
Well, so first off, this is the problem that I have with this whole thing. This right here. You see that?
I can't.
You got the popcorn.
No, I can't.
You got the popcorn. Come on, Paul.
Yeah,
on.
as the outfit. I saw that. I was like, what are we doing with the popcorn outfit? But okay. So his whole energy, right? Pulling up with the what do you call it? With the side hug, the side kiss.
Church hug.
I'm not really interested in you. You know what I mean? I told you, we talked about this before, anywhere but not on my face, right? That's what this whole thing looked like.
Sure.
I don't
Or she
understand
didn't want to, or she didn't want to mess up her makeup.
Listen, you know what?
I'm reaching.
Huh?
He's reaching, and he's definitely reaching.
So I have this guy right here, this dude right here. This, if you don't know who he is,
we can't see him.
Stretch on. You can't see him?
Yeah, but we'll stretch him. See, yeah, if you stretch him, you already know. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, stretch.
This is Stretch on strong.
Stretch.
This whole situation is a big stretch. This is a stretch. Okay, I'm just saying, bro. This whole situation is a stretch.
It is.
There's nothing going on with this.
They've never had nothing going on the entire season. And I think I said by episode 7, I was like, if they choose each other, if they end up together, I was like, I'm done with the entire show. I was like, I'm done. Of course, I'm not going to be done, but I was done like that. Like, that's how serious. I was like, it's no way. No way. She specifically said, I am not trying to be with nobody so he can throw his juju on me or whatever she said. I don't know what God he praying to, but if we can't pray, if we not praying to the same God, she like, yeah, I'm good. You got
SABRINA,
and oils and you getting in the moons and the stars and spirituality. She like, yeah, I don't do that juju stuff.
Come on,
we don't do that over here. So it's like, I'm not saying that that's someone's like deal breaker, but just how she's been speaking about him, like from the very beginning, every time he say he this, he's spiritual, he that, she always got the side eye. She always be looking at him like this. Y'all know that look I'm talking about that Jessica be giving. And Jessica's for women, but y'all know that look that y'all know, y'all see me over here. Y'all know that look that Jessica be looking at Maria. And I just feel like what, like I just like y'all gonna make it work. Like what? Stop. Stop playing in my face like that. Stop playing in my face like that. Like, is this really real? Like, I'm so like, okay. So Janelle and Quentin had an alliance, Jessica and Maria. So they all got together and said, we're gonna make it to the end. You're gonna pick her, you're gonna pick her, we're gonna pick each other, and we're gonna make it to the end. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, that's what we're gonna do.
It's very much giving freaking frack.
It's giving. Like, it's no way. You know what this reminds? I try really not to relate back to my season. I promise you on everything. But Maria and Jessica is giving Frank and Mumin. Come on, people. That's what it's giving.
I know what it is. I know what it is. Maria had 2 amethysts, some dragon hair, and a vial of oil in his pocket, and it worked.
Oh my God.
He won her over. He got her, and she couldn't help to be drawn into him. It wasn't her fault. She was under his spell.
Jessica don't like that man.
Jessica,
she don't like that man.
Jessica
Not like that.
Jessica had some of that good old Christian oil in her purse. She was splashing away all of those. What she call them? What's the word? Dang, my words ain't wording tonight.
Like, y'all. It's giving. I'm feeling a type of way that it didn't work out with the person who I really wanted was Chris. So screw that. So guess what? I'm about to show y'all, and I'm still gonna make it to the end without him.
And I'm gonna bring my good old Pompeian oil for these secular demons. I'm gonna splash them every time he come around. I'm gonna get my frankincense and myrrh. And I'm going to burn. I'm going to frankincense this room. I'm going to give some biblical sage for the room before Maria answers it.
Like, I can't. Like, I really do. I really like Maria as his own person. And I really like Jessica as her own person. But them getting together is just some fuckery. I can't do it. I can't. It's fake. It's not real. You know, like they doing it for the gram. I just don't know what, like, God dang, like, this is what we're like coming down to. But you know what? If that's what it is, if it's about making it to the end with whomever is trying to make it to the end with you, then by all means. by all means, if that is the goal, I'm gonna give you a round of applause.
Come on, Sister Sabrina.
Like,
Come
I'm
on,
just
Sister
saying,
Sabrina.
like, if that's what it is, then hell, y'all did it. You know what I'm saying?
Like, Sabrina, go back to the elimination, the corrective conversation with Jessica when he was giving her, well, this is just a game. That will forever resonate with me coming from Maria. When Maria said that, I knew, Stacey, everything you thought has been confirmed.
Right.
Jesus.
Absolutely.
I don't know. It might be something there. I think I'm starting to see the alignment. Here we go.
Hold on, what? Hold on, I gotta see your face when you say this.
I'm starting to see the alignment. We got.
No, I need him on.
We got Maria. He admitted he's 39 and 3/4. He's never been in love at his age. He's never been in love ever. We see Jessica. We see zero affection, zero warmth. A nice lady, but it's nothing there. Maybe it could work. They could just have they spoke of like friendship. You know, maybe they can have that. You know, a dry friendship at the bridge with a lot of forehead kisses, head rubs, and side hugs. It's possible. You got to find your person. You got to find who you align. Everybody don't want all that picnics in the park and, you know, rubbing it down and smacking it up, flipping. They want a dry friendship with forehead kisses.
Side hugs. No, because she been looking like, please. She be looking like, I hope this ain't the day he gonna try to kiss me. That, Sabrina, that was that look you were describing. Y'all know when we go on dates with people and we be like, ooh, I hope he don't try to kiss me.
Y'all got to be locking lips by that point.
Everybody's not romantic like that. A lot of people, you hear people say it, they say it to themselves. They don't be kissing. That's too why I lose my words. It must be like it's too intimate. They can't kiss. You can't be kissing on everybody. It's too intimate.
And Ms. Wilson just said, remember what they said, what his ex-girlfriend said about him. But at this point, throw all the exes in the trash. None of them were any exes. That was some other friends doing them a solid too. Look at it. He didn't even kiss it. There's no lips there. No lips.
He ain't even kissing her.
You see where he got his hand at? He should have lifted her chin up and went for it. Right there.
She said, you better not touch the back of my neck. He holding her earring.
I would have used my palms and craned her chin up and went right for it. Damn.
And see what she did.
Recreated Marvin's video. And
he gotta make it to he still gotta make it to the reunion.
But wait, since we talking about that, how dry and dusty of an episode this was. Who has ever had the finale and the last episode in the finale / choosing, where it's been so much forgave that you can fit it all into one episode? Y'all know most of the time the finale is about the choosing. It's this extravagant thing. It's everybody meet up. We have one last lunch date. We're all talking, and it's a little bit of fire here and there. It's a little bit of smoke, and then we go to the bridge. No, this was two. Did y'all know this is two separate episodes in one because it was dry, dusty paper.
I was thinking everybody been kissing. Even Mercedes got a kiss, and she ended up choosing herself. She got multiple kisses. I was mad. No,
wait, who is Mercedes?
From Miami.
Oh shoot, I forgot Mercedes. Hold on, who is Mercedes?
I know we forgot too.
She ended up with the pilot.
Mark Anthony. Yeah, Mark Anthony.
Oh yes, that's right. Yeah, I just it's just not he had, I mean, honestly, I would have been more, it would have been more believable if he would have ended up with Kat. And they weren't even a match, but it would have, to me, been more believable because she literally had nothing good to say for real about Marianne to the end. And then she was like, yes, our connection is strong. Our connection is strong. And then she was like, yeah, but I'm not trying to be with no man that's going to give me the juju. I don't know. I'm like, I was so confused. I was like, you like him? You don't like it? You like him? You like it? I mean, it was confusing me, and I didn't like how it made me feel.
I mean, just look at the body language. I would have been a full-on hug, grabbing all that them little back ripples, all of that. Would have been like, yes, daddy, yes. Put a wine in my mouth.
Yeah.
No, hell no. But his weight still look good.
Suck it out with Sierra. Have as much fun for as long as you possibly can, and just let it be what it is. And I don't think she would have been mad at that.
Hold on, say that again, Ty.
I think if he would have connected with Sierra, have as much fun as they can for as long as they can, I don't think she would have been mad at that.
Nope, not at all. I could see him and Sierra, like you said, really getting together, and they say, you know what, let's just see where this goes. That would have been so much more realistic because they had a good time together.
Yeah.
And honestly, because you just never know with anybody what it could have led to. You know what I'm saying?
You're right, because they have a lot in common. Like, they're both, like, one thing I won't take away from Mari is that he is funny as hell. Like, he has a sense of humor. Like, even one day I was picking with him back and forth about his outfit, and he just was going with it. You know what I mean? Like, he knew I was just playing. Really, I was just joking. But so I can see him and Sierra with that playful, sexy relationship. You know what I mean?
No.
This is giving cardboard sandwich.
Cardboard.
See, this is the problem, though. This is what happens when you make a show out of manufactured relationships, where you have somebody sitting in a dark room behind curtains, handcrafting storylines and making people fit into those molds. You get something that's so unauthentic, and then you get people that's going in there acting out motives. Because if you look at it, you can look at some of these dates and you can tell, I can at least tell, where production's like, okay, so on this date, here's what you want to do. You want to go in there and you want to say things like this, that, and sort of just, dive into this stuff. And then these people go in there and they carry out the stuff, and then they look like idiots because it doesn't look real, doesn't feel real. It gives you copy and paste. It gives you great value.
Yeah, it looked like they could have inserted this bridge scene into the intro of the show, and it would have fit in perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think Sierra could have got with Marie, but he friend zoned. He called her the homie. So he didn't see her in that way at all.
But he's the homie.
But that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, but that's what he called her. Yeah, he said she the homie.
He's projecting. He's everybody's homie. Everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody that we saw, and I hope this can be cleared up at the reunion, nobody had a romantic inclination with him, from what I could see. And the fact that we're hanging the reunion on some beef with somebody that the second woman to be eliminated 15 million 2 months ago with Janelle, that's speaking volumes to me right now. The fact that we have to like the highlight is someone that was gone a long time ago. And that is what our reunion, that's like what we're selling the reunion on for interest, because there was nothing here. And I'll even go a step further to say this. Normally, we get a little teaser about the second season of Dallas. No, we already going into Ready to Move.
Where's that? I mean, I know that they did do a second season for sure. I know
Correct.
that, yeah, but where is that at? Is that in the dumpster already or what?
Wow. Let's just say they definitely dropped the ball. Sierra, Lee, just like they dropped the ball on Marcia, Looney. I've met Marcia, and I tell them Miami Cats whenever I see them. I don't know how. Look at me shedding a tear just thinking about it. All right, let me stop.
I've heard the same about myself, Ty.
Yeah,
I've met you.
yeah.
I've met you in person, Stacy.
Yeah, Stacey, I was definitely talking shit on you. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, and Stacy too, y'all.
Thank
Drop
you,
the
thank
ball
you.
on
Give me
Stacy.
my credit. I'm a cool girl.
All right, guys. So are we ready to move forward with the
Ready to wrap it up.
Oh, yeah, let's wrap it up. So we got Phil, we got Aries. Phil chose Aries, Aries chose herself. Let's talk about it.
Oh, let me get in here. This one was the one. Now, you know, I'm an Aries fan. I think she's was the shining star of the cast. However, I don't know what she did. She hurt me when she made the comment she needs a man that she can respect. And when I heard that, I mean, it hurt me like she was saying it to me in a sense of like a lot of people or women, let's get it out there. A lot of women, some women don't understand that how important respect is to a man. And in real life, most men would prefer the respect before the love. You are with someone or in relations with a woman that absolutely does not respect you is just, it will be hell on earth. It was a place you don't need to be. And I was really surprised by that. I thought that was a little bit of brutality and it was brutal honesty. I didn't like that part, but I'm glad she didn't choose him. He didn't deserve her. He didn't. I don't want to say fight. He didn't put up the proper effort for her to reassure her that they could move forward because they were talking about something serious. It'd be different if they was on different pages. He was always talking about, hey, you know, I always wanted a couple of more kids, so I got your kids, but you're not willing to tell her whether you work at Arby's or you work at Top Golf. You know, either one. You don't want to share with her what you're doing, and that's a problem. All you got is that he's a stand-up comedian, and that's the issue. So I'm glad she chose herself in this sense. And I felt like he went on the strength of what they already had with that trauma bonding where Phil was caring for Aries in her tough time. So he connected with her about her father being a professional baseball player. But that was the only legs he had to really stand on. It just wasn't there. And it was, I wouldn't say disappointing. It was what it was and what I knew that Phil could not. Foot rubbing Phil could only stimulate her body in some way other than reassure her about being a life partner with her. So I'm gonna let y'all take it.
Yeah, I saw in this moment it looked like I was totally shocked that first off he said that he would choose her just based off of his whole demeanor, what happened, you know, the stuff he was talking, you know, after the meet the family date or whatever, which seems like to me that might have been part of a catch up from his you know how they do your catch up before your reunion. It may have been like, oh yeah, you know, in hindsight I get to see this, now I get to talk crap. But so it's that part, and then when I looked at Aries, I'm like, I knew it. As soon as she like kind of like had the nervousness to her, like, boy, I'm about to trash you. You don't even know it. Um, I knew she wasn't going to choose him, and it would have made absolutely no sense for her. Seems like they're on two different pages. You got Phil, who wants to be sort of free spirited in his thoughts, in terms of, you know, direction of where he wants to be at in life, And you have Aries that's looking for more of a structured background where, somebody has, stuff in order, ducks in a row, ready to lead, and be the man to this house. Phil gave me the I'm gonna figure it out energy though, and so in that moment, it made sense, and like I said, I knew it was coming. But yeah, that's all I got for that.
Let me jump one more time. What P.O. said. They, according to Phil, they weren't on the same page. According to Phil, they were aligned. They were ready to mesh the lives together. But when we start talking about the financial paperwork or what the spreadsheet looked like, he ran. He didn't want to get into that conversation. Now, like I said, he didn't need to show the statements, but he needed to reassure her that, hey, we could really do this together, what this would look like. He might have been surprised. Aries might have been okay with supporting his comic lifestyle on the side along with his other career or whatever he got going on, and provided health insurance for him. It was possible, but he never even gave it a chance. He was insecure about it. So it was something missing there, because he wouldn't have let her get away like that. So,
well, it's very telling that on the bridge where you're trying to tell me that you choose me, you're still trying to tap into my emotions, my grief surrounding my father. And I know it was a very thoughtful gesture, but the writing has been on the wall. We have seen him say it previously, the last 2 episodes. We've seen him express being disgruntled. We've seen him. So what we're not giving Phil right now is enough credit for being smart. He seems like he's a very smart guy. People who know how to play people are very smart. And so in this moment on the bridge, instead of talking about connections between the two of us and how you've helped to better me and how I've helped to better you, like I would have been selling myself, this is how I can impact your life. This is what we've done for each other so far. We're centering this on the grief behind my father and thinking that you'll make an impulsive, emotional decision because he already knew this was an L. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. And y'all know it's true. Look at how he dressed. It wasn't even his Sunday best. So he knew it was a chance.
That's all he had. So, Stacey, once again, you agree with me again. That's why I said that's the only thing Phil had to stand on.
Feeling.
Petty, foot rubbing Phil.
And when we are talking about a man, like when some women like myself, when we're talking about we want emotional support and we want a man to feel free to convey his feelings and all of these things, we mean just that. We don't mean play on my feelings, play on my emotions, try to blind me by keeping me in the butterfly box. You know what I mean? Where everything is just, oh, he's so thoughtful, he's so caring, And I think that Aries, she probably could have used different language, because I think like it is very hurtful to say that you don't respect somebody in any form or fashion. That's going to cut you deep. I don't respect you as a business person. Ooh, ouch. I don't respect you as a friend. Ooh, ouch. I don't respect you as a chef. Ooh, ouch. That's hurtful. And we can probably think of like better words to like express like exactly what it is, unless that's exactly what it was for her. In fact, she just didn't respect them. But how are we here and we didn't respect you? How are we still here and I knew that I didn't respect
you? Yeah.
Frankly, and this is it. Frankly, I see Jessica and Aries as being overqualified for the position that they're in on this bridge. That's it.
Yeah, I think this is one of the least surprising self-choosings that we've seen in a while. Like J Dub said, that respect line, uh, that hurt me, you know, just hearing it. And it's hard to get that back. Like it's really, really hard to recover from that. This ain't, color purple, so we ain't gonna have, that silly and Hoppo conversation to try to get the respect back. When he pulled the baseball out, I saw that tell that Aries has. She keeps it classy the whole time, but she does have a couple tells. When that face that she made when he gave her the baseball, I felt like we saw that face before. When she was with Chris that one time, and Chris was pouring out his emotions, and she just kind of gave him a blank look. Yeah, Phil. I also don't like the way that he responded to it all. And what I'll say about that is that
That part.
I think we've seen for a couple of episodes now his willingness to let her walk away, which means the fight really isn't there anymore. And once you like get used to the feeling that someone could be gone, the relationship's pretty much over at that point. There was one more point I was gonna make. I feel like if he really, really, really wanted to secure her, he would have. He knew exactly what she was looking for. He called it out quite a few times already. He didn't give it to her. He had all the opportunity in the world to give it to her. And like I said, once you lose that fight, um, it's almost like you already know what it is. I felt like he knew what it was. He didn't seem to be surprised. I think he just seemed to be a little hurt that it was playing out this way. And I know that when you're in that journey and you're going through all this work to be in the process, because it ain't easy, and you get to the end and you got to see someone not choose you at the end, it's not an easy thing. So I'm sure he was probably thinking about all that and what it's going to look like moving forward. But, when it comes to the show, it was to me, it was pretty clear that she wasn't going to choose him. No matter how classy Aries tried to keep it, I felt like you could see it in her face.
She doesn't respect him. I'm glad you could feel that, Ty. Not that I wanted you to feel that, because that was you feel pain. Yeah, that was tough. I was like, no, Aries, no, don't say that. Thank you. Don't say that.
How do you get that back as
It's
a
done.
grown man? How do you get that back?
You can't get it back. We can't even really be friends unless you offer me a very public apology, which I think she cleaned it up in the confessional. She was like, I don't mean that I don't respect him as a man. I think she cleaned it up in the confessional, like her intent. But when you throw this something like, I don't respect you or something like that, oh, it's a wrap. It's no way in hell. I said that about one person in my life, and I swear to y'all, I still we won't even breathe the same air. I just hold my damn breath if I'm ever around this person.
That's the final nail in the coffin, right? We never have to interact ever again. I never need to see your face. I never need to hear anything about you. We're done forever.
And I think that is one, not just like as a man, but as a man, for that to come out in this very public way, that's hurtful. I can see that being hurtful to Phil. But I mean that's the ledge. We off the cliffs. Ain't no coming back. Ever in life.
So I just wanted to read a comment. I just happened to be looking at with regards to Phil and how he felt when he was unchose by Aries. And so in part, he says, I can't speak for her, but I was totally relieved. There's no way I can start a relationship with all of that going around in the background. I definitely won, My dignity is intact. My pride and confidence were boosted and walked out with my head held high. Phil Newkirk.
Yeah, he left that comment on a post on
I saw that.
Instagram.
Yeah, I saw that. And my follow up to that is if you say so. Because if you got if you say so. what you saying is some low hanging fruit done jumped in your DMs and bucking you up.
So that was one of the things I was talking about. Me personally, I think I would have just let it go. Like, there's really nothing to say. Like, why? There's no need to big yourself up if you already know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And the follow up to this, all we can say, Sabrina, to this is damn.
Aries, no.
Damn.
Take it back.
Damn.
I was trying to find a comment in here, but somebody said that he brought that baseball because he was trying to like manipulate her like emotionally or something like that.
That's what I said. That's everything I said. He was trying to grasp on to that emotional feeling because, like I said, we saw the writing was on the wall, and I was trying not to use the manipulation word because he already got the non-respect word used against him. So I was trying not to. I was tiptoeing around that. Y'all know what I meant. He was trying to tap into her emotions and trying to change her, get her to give an emotional response at that moment. And that's why I choose you. And I also feel like that needs to be eradicated from the bridge because that's so like objectifying. What? So
yeah.
I need let me lay down my life and everything that I have because you have chosen me. Oh Lord.
Well, Dr. J-Dub did speak to that from the beginning. He stated, you know, and I normally don't talk to myself in third person. Yeah, I said doctor. Yeah, but only in the doctor stance, I'm gonna talk about myself in the third person. That's what I said. That was the only leg he had to stand on. He reached for that. That's all he had left because there was no more substance in the relationship. The questions and concerns she had for him, he refused to answer or address or reassure her. So he had to pull at them heartstrings somewhere when she's vulnerable and trauma bond with her and say, you know, I've been through the same thing. We can get through this together. And I'm going to show you how to do it. But
baby, you were not Obama. You were not President Obama. We can't do this together. We are not stronger together.
Yeah, I think it was a bad look, you know,
was.
especially when you take into account what he said at the end, you know, and to actually bring in, you know, a deceased parent. Like if you bring in a parent that's deceased, you can't
cuss you out.
Don't be bullshit. You know what I mean?
I'm about to cuss you out immediately. I'm like, it would have been. I would have said, bleep me out. Hold on, let me mute my.
The internet. Phil hit the internet. Can y'all hear me?
Oh, because she's still going.
Oh, okay, she's still going.
Because that's how long she would have been going.
But when I just got off my live,
on mute for a reason. She did that herself.
when I got on my live, somebody said once Aries said, "Hey, I don't respect you." Phil should have took that baseball and threw it in the koi pond because you know it was done after that. It was no more. He should have just took it back. I'll say, "Give me my baseball and chuck it."
And then he let himself, but all he did this entire season was played his, and
we're not saying he broke, right? He got a career. We're just saying he didn't do enough to secure Aries.
But he played himself. We like normally okay, think about y'all season, Sabrina, where they were like this production was being petty and they were changing up people's job titles every time they on scene. In this one, this guy changed his career goals, his occupation, his everything, every chance he could. How do you want me to be confident in you and your placement in my life if you can't even decide on a career goal? You can't even be consistent with what from 9 to 5.
Well, White Boots she been called that though, because it was shaky. I mean, people ignored it and Phil's such a great guy and all of this, but White Boots said, hey, look, he sounds a little unstable and unsure, the way he's speaking. So it's up to him to paint that narrative or paint the picture where he's at. Only he can tell everybody where he's at. So he chose not to, or to reassure. Maybe he's not anywhere. Who knows what money he has, but it's the fact that he did not make an attempt to reassure a woman who he wanted to have a long-term commitment to blend a life, to take on her sons. That the actions don't match the words. He was all in, but his actions didn't match it.
G.D. Thomas said Mario changed his whole religion and the African country he wanted to move to.
Yep. That's right. When a man wants you.
And then when he but see what happened was he wasn't saying all that until we heard Marvin talking about he wanted to move to the Caribbean.
Yep.
So then that's when we learned after that. That's when we learned that Mario wanted to live in all these different damn countries. I'm like, can't one of y'all be original? Can we have one original on here? One guy, they all in the background say, oh, they bought that. Oh, that's good. That's good. Let me make sure I throw that in next time I'm talking to one of the ladies.
Yeah, Miss Wilson said Phil was not invested in this relationship. He wasn't, because even I said on my watch party, I said if a man wants a woman, period, like he's going to be intentional. He's going to invest in a relationship. He's going to make sacrifices, and of course, as the woman. But a man is going to show up and say, look, like this is what I want. This is what I need. This is what I just don't understand. And the whole season, he was giving none of that. I know for me, at my big age, like I have responsibilities, I have things. So it's like I get what Aries is saying. And I just feel like I'm not saying he doesn't have money, he doesn't have a career, but he didn't like bring those conversations, especially when I was like trying to fish him for the information. It shouldn't be that hard, because I feel like if a man really wants to be with you, he gonna be like, look, I want to be with you. This is what I bring to the table. This is what is the XYZ. This
you
how long
I've been my money.
I mean, whatever it is, even if he don't have no money, he could be like, look, I don't got no money. Okay. But I want to be with you. Like a man it's not going to be any gray areas. When a man wants you, when a man wants to pursue you, he will pursue you. Like Aries was like, I'm just really not too sure, with your financial, like, I just don't know, like, you're not really giving me anything. And, and he was just like Ali, you're going to keep asking me. I mean, never once did he sit down with her and say, you know what? I see, obviously this is a concern of yours. I see that this is a problem, or whatever the case. Because he kept saying, like, she keep bringing it up. She keep bringing it. Well, she keep bringing it up because you leave in gray areas. You're not answering her question. You're not saying anything to make her feel secure. Either you got it or you don't. I understand. He was like, I'm good. Like, I'm good with it. This is a whole 40-year-old woman with a career, 2 kids, been divorced twice. She's putting it all out there. And he like, this her. This ain't me. This is her past. That's the problem. No. Like, why wouldn't you want a woman that has some type of like value? And morals and goals that wants to build with her man. And you know what I mean? Like, I just don't know. I don't know.
But even
I'm sorry, Sabrina. It just really just made me feel like he just was not that invested. I know what it feels like to have a man completely invested in me. And I know how it feels like to have a man that's not. And he was not. Like, let's just call a spade a spade. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Stacey.
And in all that, look how he complicated himself, and he self-sabotaged. How hard would it be, instead of every confessional griping about it, how hard would it be to say, babe, listen, I know you're uncomfortable about this. Here's where I see myself now. Here's where I see myself going. This is my plan. Don't worry, I got you. You know, but this is my plan. We can see that if he would have given her anything, because Aries kept leaving cues. He took it as nagging. We know it was cues, like to nudge him on in a subtle way. Hey, give me something. Just give me. How often have we been in situations, men and women, right, where we're like, we're giving you a little cue, like, give me something. Give me something to let me know, to secure my confidence in you, that we're going somewhere, or that I can trust in you about this. I don't want to enter my next marriage, my next relationship, and 5 months later, here we are on the rocks because we didn't have a plan or any goals. Like, at the end of the day, this is a very competent woman, career-driven. We need plans. We need short-term, long-term goals. All she was asking for, to me, was a short-term goal.
That's it. Like, you gonna ask me to marry you with a real ring or with a ring pop? Like, what you doing? What we doing? Like,
and we okay with it. We okay with a ring pop. If you say, baby, take this ring pop now. Here's look. This is what I have. Here it is. This is what I have. Look, I've been working on this. I've been putting it here. This is our goal. This is my goal for you.
And this is what I got for you right now. But give me the option to decide and to choose if I want to go there, if I want to do that. Don't just be like, oh, Lord, you asking me again? What?
Right. We want somebody that can help us be better, grow and be better. That's the name of life. Let's grow and let's be better.
I don't want to go backwards with you. I don't want to be doing, I can do bad by myself. I'm not going to be doing bad with you.
Because let me tell you something. Don't be left at home when me and my kids go on vacation.
Hold on, say that again. I missed it.
Don't get left at home when it comes time for a family vacation and me and my kids just go. Because you ain't have a plan. Because I'm going to take me and my kids. I ain't canceling it.
And even still, that's the thing. That's what I mean. That's where communication comes in. Like, if you don't have it in December, let's talk about it. Let's communicate. You like, look, Christmas, it's birthdays. It's a lot going on in December. Money going to be a little funny. Like, instead of us going on vacation in December, can we go in February or March? Like, that's just the thing that I'm talking about. Like, the communication. Like, that's all she was trying to do. She like, well, I don't know. Like, can you like explain? He like, oh, I gotta explain again. Oh, like, no, you never explained in the beginning. I'm sorry.
She's sorry. No, that was real.
Sound like y'all enjoying this.
Yeah, it was.
It felt good.
Good.
Like it came from a personal experience place.
That was very personal. But yeah, Phil didn't want it. He didn't step up to the plate. He just wanted to see his 2 new kids. He got 2 new sons. He want visitation rights to his 2 new sons. That's all he want. Forget the plan.
I just feel like he should have just been a little bit more transparent. He should have communicated a little bit more, because honestly, like, that's all we want. Like, we just want to be, what's the word? Like, we just need confirmation. Like I want to feel safe. Like, I want to feel protected. I want to feel like you know, if I don't got it, you got it. And of course, if you don't got it, like I got it, like having a partnership, not just feeling like, you know what I'm saying? Like golly, I'm sorry.
No, wait, hold up.
Season, just
don't tell me we gotta wait till payday to go out for dinner.
So why I'm tickled because Rebecca said, "Don't be sitting in coach while I'm in first class, and don't think you're gonna come up here and get some of these good old snacks." Because I'm gonna tell my kids, y'all better not. You better not. Don't give them none of our snacks.
So IMO, in my opinion, says, do men have a problem talking about unstable finances? Like if y'all like aren't financially secure, like if it's like issues or whatever, like do y'all have a problem with talking about it, or are y'all gonna like kind of shy away from it? Like what is it? Like will you be like, yeah, like I'm in tough times right now, I don't even got it like that right now? Like how do y'all respond?
There have been times when I didn't have it, I stayed my ass in the house.
That part you didn't date, yeah.
I stayed my ass in the house because I didn't even feel right. You know, I just didn't even feel right. Yeah. But I think there's a different language. There's a different way that you carry yourself. There's a different way that you act when you know that you do have it.
Yes.
And it's crazy if I can say it also, like I'm not just saying it like I've talked to a guy like that, made me like, oh, okay, dang, let me do better. Let me work harder at my craft. Let me up my game some. You know, I've been in that situation where I've talked to men that has like inspired me, and even though, you know, we're at a, you know, I'm at a good level professionally and stuff, I've talked to guys who I was like, this what you want? Oh, let me make sure I get my ducks together too. Let me increase the ducks that I have in my room, because listen. So, and I'm only saying that to say it in a fair way. Like this ain't just like, oh, a woman is expecting a man to rise and get better. No, we all should like encourage in a relationship. And I've said it before, like I own a business, right? I hire to my weaknesses, right? Because if I see this is my weakness and I see how you can overcome these challenges, something that's better than me, you know, I have enough humility in me where I can appreciate when someone can do something better than me or has a different gift, know how to utilize a different gift, then hey, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna figure it out too. And I'm gonna learn from you a little bit too, because we don't know it all. And that's the t-shirt.
So J-Dub and P.O., y'all didn't answer the question.
We didn't. Juggernaut, you want to go first or you want me to take it?
No, go ahead.
Well, I guess it depends on what the relationship is, and when, you know, it's about communication. And I think it's best, just honesty is the best policy. Either way, you just let a person, you'd be surprised in our big old age, you'd be surprised how much a woman would appreciate the truth, wherever you at, whatever's going on. And not that you got to spill everything, but just, you know, let her know. Like Sabrina said, give her the option and go from there. You'd be surprised how a woman would work with you, whatever's going on. And if it's not working, it just ain't meant to be, whatever that is. So,
but just like in the briefing, the chart got to be trending up, you know, for her to stay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Like it got to be some growth. Yeah. No, you'd be surprised there too. It's a lot of women who have men that are at home, or the baby boy situation, picking them up from work, doing nothing all day. Some women like to have the power. There's a whole lot of different types of relationship. But yes, something that's going to grow. You're right, Ty. There needs to be some growth, some forward moving, some upward thinking, you know, some motivation. So yeah, you are right. If it's going to be something.
And I'm sorry, what was the original question again?
the original question is like, if you are not in a good financial space, like, do you
Right.
mention it? Do you talk to the person about it, like while you're
Yeah.
dating and like y'all starting to get a little serious? Like, what do
Right.
you
Yeah.
do?
Yeah. Absolutely. I think transparency is key. When you have, like, I mean, if you're in a relationship, especially where you're definitely not the breadwinner or whatever, and you may just be struggling a little bit. I think if you sit down across the table and talk to that, and then kind of talk about the plan to either get out or what you have, you know, coming up and how you're going to, move yourself forward. I think more times than none, a person will, either support you if they really rock with you. They'll support you and help you achieve that, the best that they can. They'll cheerlead or, sort of give you some, you know, uh, I don't know, just a little bit of push or whatever. But it's better to be upfront and forward with that versus just sitting back, and then letting them find out on their own. And then it's like, well, you was a fraud all this time, you know.
Yeah.
We see how that works.
Yep. Keep canceling the wedding. It makes sense, P.O. I got it.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
yes, absolutely. I was on the show talking about my credit score. It's dropped 3 points, but it's still in the eights. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. But cancel the wedding and say, like, money is funny right now, babe. Like, I want to do this. I want it to be special. Like, let's push it back like 6 months. Like, it's
Mhm.
okay. Like, instead of us having a half-ass wedding, like, let's have the wedding we want and let's wait 6 more months or let's wait a year. Like, it's like, we together, we not, what I'm saying? Like, what is the golly? Like, what is the problem? Like, either that or don't act like you have it and then up it and say, you know what? Just do 30,000.
Double it.
Right.
Whatever you want. Whatever she
Right.
want. Give it to her. Order it.
What? That is nuts. Like, be honest with me. Like, it is okay, because it's some guys, I'm sure, that's out here that's going through tough times, and and the girl, she's stuck by him. And 3 years later, he started his own business. I just saw something like that. He got out of jail. It was on Instagram. He got out of jail. They started dating. They met on a dating app. He didn't have nothing. He started like his own yard business. What is it called? Like landscaping
Landscaping.
business. And now like they're living in $1 million home. You know what I mean? From his business. And like he was like, yeah, she didn't give up on me. She believed in me, and like they're like madly in love with each other, so it's like you just never know, like, but just be honest.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
J-Dub said, you don't know, like you can get so much further with the truth, especially with women. Like, cause some women be like, you don't got no money? I don't even care. I don't even care. Like, I want you. You know what I'm saying? Like in real life. I'm sorry, Stacey, go ahead.
But also in real life, and I can speak, to my own experience. I remember when I got a divorce, right? I have kids. So I didn't want us to be quarreling over money, right? When our children should be the most important people here, that shouldn't have to suffer from a divorce. So I walked away from everything with literally nothing. Nothing. I don't know if I've ever been this transparent before. But my closest friends know. Like, I had to completely start from the bottom and build back what I had before. So dating in my 40s, I'm not about to have to do any more resets, no more Build-A-Bears. I've had my life humbling experience. I've learned how, like, some things aren't important. You can walk away, and I'm in control. I'm in control of my income, so I can get it back. But I'd be damned if I put myself in a position or my kids in a position where we're uncertain, because I decided to bring someone into our picture. I chose to bring this person into our lives who's gonna constantly give us setbacks. That's it. Now I can work with you a little bit, But this ain't a guy doggone Build-A-Bear factory. We ain't gonna be building a new damn bear every damn 4 months. We're not about to do that. Let me know where you going and how you gonna get us there. Let me know. I can subscribe to it. Women, we can be Black women. Oh my God. We can be patient. We can work through any kind of hardship. We can get through it. But give us a plan. Give us something to hold on to. Like, help us. Give us a vision. Because most of the time, we're going to support your vision and help you get there too, all while holding it down. But I'd be damned if you're going to knock all of us off every 4 months. We're going to have these damn resets. Now, you're going to be all the way. You ain't even, let me tell you something. You ain't even going to be in the extra comfort seat. You're going to be all the way in the back by the bathroom where you're going to smell that nasty bathroom smell on the airplane. And me and the bees, we're going to be, and we're going to act like we don't know you. And when the flight attendant says, please use the restroom in your cabin, in your designated cabin, we're going to be like, sorry to this man. I don't know this man. I ain't never seen this man a day in my life. Wouldn't know that man if I saw him in the street. Sorry to this man.
P.O., what were you about to say?
So what happens when a man, rolls up and he tells the truth and he's like, look, I really ain't got shit, and I'm probably going to be walking around your house in my drawers and not really doing too much. I will wash dishes and run the sweeper, but, right now I ain't really got too much, nothing going on. So, can we fix this or can we work with this? I filled out applications. Ain't nobody calling back. None of that stuff. I'm just having it hard out here. But, hey, I can do what I can. I do know how to fold clothes.
But it's some women out here that would be like,
listen, Paul, in this scenario, Paul, are you good looking? In this
scenario? It don't matter.
Are you good looking? So how tall are you?
That's cool. You're just not a match for me in my household because guess what? Even my grown son don't walk around my house in his underwear. Tell you that. I have daughters in my home, so not that grown man about to be walking up through here disrespecting us and my teenage daughters in no damn underwear. I bet you I'll burn this shit down before I ever let that happen.
You could come over, Paul,
don't trigger me.
Only after 9:30.
Well, you can't even walk around after 9:30, baby. Not even. Guess what? I'll come to your house and you can walk around your drawers there.
He ain't got no house.
And then guess what?
I'm living in the parking lot.
Then guess what? I'm not even responding to your text messages. Sorry to this man.
Well, so moving forward.
They had a whole criminal become he became didn't he become famous? Became a model because he was light skinned and green eyes.
Yeah, and he was in the movie too.
A baby mama.
Oh, he's famous
because he was good looking.
What about him though? Oh yeah, facts. Yeah, because I think that's how they found him, from his mugshot.
Prison Bay. Yeah, Prison Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's how, he's famous now.
That's funny as hell.
Yeah, in real life. All right, guys. So next up, so we have Phil and we had Aries. That was a long segment. Just because yes. So next up we have Morier and we have Jessica. Morier chooses Jessica, and we kind of already touched on this, so I don't know if you guys want to talk anymore. I'm definitely going to show my screenshots. And Jessica, she ends up choosing Morier as well.
Right.
Okay, so next we have
right.
No, Morier looks good here too. Like, he cleaned up well.
Mm-hmm.
And Jessica looks amazing.
She does look nice.
Yeah, she looks
and you know what? She always looks good on TV. Like, I'm not gonna hold that on her. I think that just this whole choreograph, was just. I was just like, it's like being a big, gigantic, balloon, and then somebody just put a pin in you and just. That's how I felt about that this whole encounter. We knew they talked the night before. He's like, "Look, I'm going with the plan in this picture right here. I'm going with the plan." And then he grabs her up. Like, what man is choosing you with a forehead kiss? And then you give him a side church hug, like, not too close. Come on, man. Like, at least, make us feel like, it's something there. Hug him back, get some makeup on his collar, something. It's like, yeah. Look at that. That's like a half a hug.
He's
I'm
not
gonna
in
just say
love.
this. Like, integrity is big for me. I hope they really took being on the couch together at the reunion as something serious. You know what I mean? If they really trying to work towards something, then I'll support that. But hopefully they just not all just lying to us. Because they're gonna be tied to each other.
Yeah, I
for the
want to see him
foreseeable
kiss.
future. You know?
I want to see him kiss one time.
They're not romantic. Moria ain't never been in love.
You heard what
The
she
whole-
said at the
yeah.
reunion. She said, we're working on our friendship.
Friendship.
Yeah.
She
Yeah,
said it in
maybe.
this episode. She said it.
Friendship.
Yeah, I mean, they could be
Giving
people
what
just
I'm
not
saying
good at dating. And
It's giving freaking
showing.
pride.
You know?
There's nothing there. There's nothing there. Like, what are you working on? Look at that. He
And
got it.
P.O. is speaking from experience.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, yeah.
It's
truly.
very much giving P.O. and his.
No,
and
not
his,
at all. Because P.O.
Rich.
because P.O. said, "I'm not doing this. What a waste. This doesn't even
P.O.
make
chose
sense."
himself.
Come
P.O.
on,
P.O. did.
P.O. If you
P.O.
have one,
Sabrina.
you have
Yeah,
one more
exactly.
week, P.O. You
Nah,
got a
P.O.
forehead kiss.
P.O. wouldn't. Nah, he definitely wasn't doing that. P.O. was like, "Yo, I'm checked. I'm checked out. This is a wrap. Period. Ready to go." Like, and right after that, I think I went to the gym.
No, you know what this is giving? This is giving. Oh, so you did use those oils I gave you in your hair. It smells like motherland oils that I had in my pocket.
So is that finger waves or is that actual?
Wow. It looks like production was like, hey,
the 5
rub on
heartbeats.
each other, feel on each other, do
Yeah,
what y'all
exactly.
can to show some affection. And this is
Right.
what came out since they're not gonna kiss. I just
Mhm.
don't think they're there yet.
Nah. Yeah, this is the part where production's like, "Yo, man, we gotta show the cell. Come on, like, give us
Yeah.
something." And she's
Yeah.
like, "Well, he can't be kissing me in my mouth."
Yeah. If there's any time to kiss anyone, it's right now.
Well,
Yeah.
it was giving. It would be unprecedented for 2 of the 3 couples to choose themselves. So if y'all can just do us a favor, do us a solid.
What a stretch.
Mhm.
Your hair looks good. My hair looks good. Let's just be here.
Crazy.
And this is the best Mario looked all season. Like, that's the outfit he should have wore to meet. Like, I'm so appalled at his outfit to meet that lady's people.
Parent. Was it shorts? Didn't he wear shorts to both
He wore
dates?
shorts, the red stripes. The red
Mhm.
stripes. Barnum and Bailey.
The popcorn suit.
To meet that lady. And she was just talking him up. And then he walked in, dum, dum, dum. Mm-mm. 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 He should have at least went to, what is it, the wood? I kiss her on the forehead. Then I kiss her. He could.
He had them hands right up under that neck. He could have ratcheted that neck up.
It's like, listen here. You better not touch me in any subjective way. Nothing. Do not. I signed. That's in my contract. Do not touch me. That's what it was giving.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and then if he wanted to be slick with it, though, he could have made that.
cuffed the
He
cheek
could
or
have
something.
that, or he could have did if he would have did this. If he would have did the awkward pause, just quietness and look.
No, him
Like,
and Jessica, they have a contract. He would have been in breach of his contract
That
if
is
he had
true.
done that. No.
That is true.
Or at least at the top of the lower back. Just set the hand.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying.
was just too. That was like very. Look, I'm gonna let you borrow my girlfriend for the night, but don't touch her. That's what that felt like.
No, but it could have been just like an upper, maybe he didn't even pat her. It was just like, hold these 2 strands and do not move your damn hand.
Y'all know good and well they talked about it the night before. He was like, "Can I kiss you?" She was like, "Yeah, no, we're not doing that." He was like,
It wasn't the night before though, Sabrina. It was the day of, because we knew from all indications he was choosing Kat, because he was like, "Do I choose, something that's comfortable and just familiar?" Like they're saying the same thing about each other.
Wow.
He wasn't choosing Kat. Him and Jessica already said by episode 7. By episode 6, the alliance had already been made.
Well, I don't like that they played with Kat.
Absolutely.
And wasting her time.
She was part, but for real, she might have was like, "Look, you don't gotta choose me, just date me until the last episode." Like, I mean, at this point, you just don't know. Like, they might have been in the line. Jessica was like, "All right, so I'm gonna choose him," and Kat was like, "Yeah, you gonna choose him?" I mean, it don't matter to me. Like, am I gonna make it to the end? I mean, I'm just saying. I'm not saying that that's what happened. I really love Kat, but I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm just saying at this point now, it is so staged, rehearsed. It's just not giving real. It's giving entertainment. It's giving like reality TV / scripted /
actors, writers are on strike.
Didn't matter. They wasn't at the time when they filmed that shit.
Scripted would have given us something.
Yeah, no, but
at the
time, at the time that was filmed, though, the writers wasn't on strike, and the writers
were definitely on strike right here. You can see everybody was on strike. Jessica was on strike.
Script would have gave us a kiss.
8th grade Sadie Hawkins dance.
Yeah, I know what they was doing there. They was probably pressuring them. Like they was trying to do us. Like, look, we gotta sell a show, guys. Like, come on.
Everybody kissed on my season, except.
Hold on, what?
I said everybody kissed on my season except for
You talking about me? I know you talking about me because I don't be. I know how I feel.
It's okay, Sabrina, because I didn't kiss nobody either.
Yeah,
everyone on our bridge kissed. I think.
Yeah, they was kissing. That's because everybody. Ooh.
They kissed the night before. That's why.
Let me tell you something. It was a whole lot of fluid exchanges within our group, and I wasn't trying to be no parts of it. I don't want no bump flying up on my lip because I wanted to have one special kiss with one of my cast. Oh no. I don't know if he was kissing him and she was kissing him and she was kissing him and her and him and him. I can't. That's nasty. That's nasty, nasty, and nasty. I didn't want to be a part of it.
Hey, Sabrina and Pio, there's a question for you that they asked me. Is there an extra bonus or something if you make it to the end?
Yeah, you get an extra bonus. No, you don't get no bonus.
A bonus?
I wish.
They were like, no, they pay you more when you make it longer. I was like, they do?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, they owe me some residuals or some.
What a lot of people don't understand is depending on where you are at in your career, if you took time away from your career to do this, you were negative in money.
You losing money.
Yeah. I was just about to say that.
Yeah,
Fact.
I lost.
It
I
was
lost.
charity.
Right. The money from the whole episode, the whole entire show, wasn't enough for one check for that
Yeah.
what I made.
Facts. Facts.
So it's no incentive
I
to
couldn't
be
even
there.
work.
It's
Yeah,
pretty bad.
there's
Yeah,
no real incentive in being there and keeping yourself going. Like,
facts.
no, get to your money.
Yeah. Like I literally did not work for
Mhm.
like 2 months. Like the only thing I did was film the show because of
Yeah.
how my schedule works and the business that I own. Like I couldn't and see a lot of people don't understand. Like sometimes we be going on these dates. Like first of all, it take an hour and a half to get to the date, to get to the location. So that's gas money. So that they don't pay for.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
you take an hour and a half to drive with your gas. Then when you get there, you got to sit and wait sometimes for 3-4 hours. You sit there in your car with your mic
Right.
on. You're sitting there waiting for them to get you out of the car.
We in Houston, so we were melting in our car.
Don't forget you had to go and do the COVID test before you even
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
get on set.
Oh yeah, nose swab. Like by the
Yeah.
time you get to set, you annoyed because now your nose hurt, everything.
Yeah. And then if you had that if you had that one Indian lady like we did, she was in your brain swirling it around.
Yeah.
I'm
Then you
like,
gotta do
damn,
makeup.
Yeah.
But to Linda's question, or her statement is, if you think about it, pretty much, maybe with the exception of Janelle, because I'm not sure about exactly her. I know she does something something good. I know she's successful, but most of these people are business owners, small business owners.
Mhm.
So the incentive would be this is promo for you and whatever you have going on in your business ownership.
Yeah, promote your business. Wear your logo every time you get every time you get a chance. Yeah.
Facts. Yeah, but Rebecca says right. So with us sitting there, like we had to buy our own clothes, and that's why we're like tripping off of this season because they were like no prints, no logos,
No
no
patterns.
nothing.
Yeah.
Everything had to be solid colors, and if it was a print, like you have to get permission to even wear it. Like you have to literally wear the outfit, take a picture, and send it to whichever producer that you were working with at that time. They had to approve the outfit. So all these stripes and flowers and prints that Marie has been wearing, I'm like, who signed off on his clothes? I'm borderline a little bit hating because
They signed off on his personality. They ain't signed off on them damn clothes.
Yeah, but I'm a whole fashion designer. I make clothes. Like I couldn't even wear half my clothes because they were prints. I had to go buy clothes from Amazon, like solid color, because they were like, no, you can't wear it. I got to pay for my makeup. I got to do my own makeup. I got to do everything. They didn't feed us. They fed us, but we couldn't eat the food. We literally had a plate of food. Oh, sugar. I was trying. Y'all know how I be doing I had a plate of food. They're like, all right, Sabrina, you got to go now. You got to go now. Tell them you got an appointment, a gig to go to, a fashion gig. So I'm like, oh, hell. I remember one time, one of the dates, I was like, but I don't want to leave. I was like, I don't want to leave. I was like, I want to eat my food. They're like, gotta go. I was like, well, I'm not going until you pack my food up. I'm not going to keep leaving all this food. Like it was a problem.
No, they let me eat. They
didn't let me eat. They was like, you got to go. I was like, oh, I'm not leaving until you bag my food up.
This was my folder I shared with Sage.
Oh
about the wardrobe, and he would mix and match tops and bottoms and be like, don't wear that top, wear this top, wear this bottom.
Yeah.
Wear these shoes.
Yeah, I did that too.
Your screenshot.
Huh? Yeah, I have mine too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So it just like I remember when we went to go eat the Korean food, they were like, all right. They were like, well, Sean has to go or whatever. He had to leave my date to go on another date. I was like, well, I don't want to leave right. And I was like, because they just brought this food. I was like, can I cook the rest of this and eat it? They were like, yeah, sure, go ahead. So, but yeah, they don't. Why you on camera? Because I remember I was filming one time and I was eating my food. I was chewing my food and they was like, Sabrina. And I guess I was chewing too much. And literally in the middle of chew, like I was like, because I didn't know. I was hungry. I could never eat. I'm sorry, guys. I just be going off. I'm sorry.
Well, y'all know one thing I can't, Stacy cannot complain about. Let me say it again. One thing that Stacy cannot complain about, because Stacy has dietary restrictions. So I was never complaining about eating food or anything, because they were always like, okay, Stacey, you gonna eat this. We got this especially for you. You gonna eat your food. Yes, I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna enjoy it. Thank you for giving me this warm, tasty, nice, delicious food. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
And in fairness, the clothing thing is one, like for us, I know they didn't want us to be blended in with other people on set. Two, I know I have a kid with like that has seizures, so I know for a fact like it's certain colors that don't do right for like the audience, for viewership.
Mm-hmm. And small prints, because they said that the camera can't focus.
It can't focus. And two, if depending on the lighting and stuff, it can cause problems for the viewers. So that I respected, and I don't have any problem with. Like they would always say, bring 3 options. Like wear something and then bring 2 other options, so you have 3. So like I remember one I did have to change because me and someone else was in a similar color, and she didn't have a good change, like a flattering change. So I was like, all right, no problem. Cool. I ain't tripping.
Mm-hmm. Oh, shoot.
That's social distancing, huh? What is that?
Exactly.
Walk up to me and give me them damn flowers.
Yeah. Right. Why are we this far apart in a I choose you situation?
She's probably in the soft grass with them heels, and he wasn't.
So he couldn't walk over there?
He split his jeggings. They were split. He couldn't walk any closer.
You can tell she probably didn't want to walk in the grass in them heels.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what about him though? He's, as a man.
I just told you. But Janelle don't want to do anything, But this time she has an actual complaint. She got a complaint.
What you said, Jacob?
Janelle don't want to do nothing. She complained about doing everything. We got to walk over here. We got to do this. We got to exercise. We got to. Yeah, she don't want to do nothing. But this time she got a real gripe. This time walking in the grass with heels with a dress on the ground. Yeah, that's a gripe.
I saw her walk up. She had like a damn 100-yard. She had like a 100-yard walk up. That was far.
Mm-hmm. She said it. She was like, after I walked down that long ass sidewalk. Yeah, it was a long ways. So what y'all think about Quentin's suit?
Suit?
Yeah. Y'all didn't like his suit?
I mean,
it was Lukey.
It was
lukewarm.
With Tassa, it was zesty.
Nah, man, I don't really have no complaints.
Y'all didn't think it was too tight?
It was definitely tailored extra tight, for sure. I mean, but the guy's a big guy. I know what it's like to buy suits like that. And that looks like it came off the rack. If you're not getting them made, then that's what you're going to deal with. You're going to buy an oversized suit, and you're going to get it trimmed up tight, or you're going to buy a tight suit and you're going to try to, squeeze into it and get it to contour your body. And that's tough to do as somebody that lifts weights. I never lifted weights a day in my life, but this guy right here,
You said you lifted weights a day in life.
No, this
Yeah,
is
you can get it custom. You can get it custom.
Wait,
Yeah.
not
I'm
P.
not-
Wait,
I'm not-
hold up. Not PO with the shade. Not 850 with the shade. Talking about it looked like it came off the rack.
Nah, I'm not trying to be
it's
funny,
real
but
though.
I am colorblind. Is that the jacket from the intro?
Ooh.
Oh, I don't even know.
It's him. It's him, and I think it's him and
You
Lee
got a picture, Ty?
in the intro.
Can you grab a picture real quick?
Of course,
It's blue.
Of course, I can find one.
It's
Yeah, I'm colorblind, so I can't.
Yeah,
I can't really.
I think I deleted that picture. I just had it too. Let me see.
Well, while we're waiting, I know it was a lot of everybody saying that, like stuff about. But I'll tell you another reason why I didn't think, and you know, like the other reason why I didn't think anything about it.
That's the same. That's the same suit. I'm sorry, guys. Go ahead.
Is when I did The Amazing Race, I remember my cousin and I, the producers went and bought me. Now I'm Race Around the World, right? They went and purchased me a flat iron because my cousin and I, we're about the same skin tone. And they were like, Stacey, you're going to have to straighten your hair because the viewers won't be able to tell y'all apart at all. So I had to get up, earlier and stuff, and to make sure that I had like my hair straightened so that people could tell us apart. So that's one of the reasons, like we're going back to the clothing and all that conversation. That's another reason maybe why I took it with a grain of salt, and while other people might be like, you know, put off by it, but was because in my previous experience, I knew that visually it's hard to tell people apart, and like sometimes you know what I mean, you want to have some separation. So I'm sorry, but P.O. never lifted weights a day in his life, even though his chest is just fine, and we saw him doing push-ups. So we know he does do something.
Wow.
Yeah, I did 50 push-ups. That's about it. But there's that.
I wonder if he turned. So who is that in the goal?
Look like Lee.
Mm-hmm.
So do you?
So he repurposed the suit. Okay, gangster.
Was this a callback or a rewear, Ty? What do you think?
I'm wondering when they took these shots, these promo shots, because we did a set. What was that, Sabrina? Week 3?
After or
week 4 when we did a set of promo shots at that pool.
Yes. Yeah. We were already,
so it was after everything.
Like 2 or 3. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because I remember like one of my confessionals, like we, you know, a couple episodes in, I guess something had transpired on another date that was going to be in the episode. So a while later, I was called back to do a confessional again that would be on that episode. So they made me, like, they asked me to rewear to be consistent. I guess my producer was on that shit.
Yeah. So I'm wondering, at what point of the taping did they take these shots?
Probably the same thing as us after 3 weeks in.
Yeah, I remember I did one with Mumin, and I was like, "Oh, okay." Let me see.
Joda said, Quinn's suit is giving, if it ain't tight, it ain't right. If it's slack, take it back. If it ain't squeezing, it ain't pleasing.
If the glove don't fit, you must quit.
Oh, God. That is so funny.
He want to have 3 kids, huh? I don't think so.
Oh, my God. Oh my God. All right, guys. So did y'all, real quick, can you answer this for me? Did y'all think that Janelle and Quentin were going to choose each other?
No.
Duh.
Well, I felt like, yeah, I felt like they, this was pre-planned, pre-talked about. This couple right here doesn't make sense. I would be shocked to find out that they're in a relationship right now. If, I mean, 'cause my thing is this here. Hey, look, the show's over. Put
He
your
was
pics up. Show your pictures. Go ahead and put it on IG. Let us see what you're
exactly.
working with.
Mm-mm.
If it ain't fake, let's get it up there. Let me see what you got.
Well,
He,
Show us take us out on a date that you've been out on. Like, show us something. Where's the
their
proof?
their feedback was pretty much the same feedback as Jessica and Mario, except they actually had physical chemistry.
mm-hmm. I agree. I agree. But yeah, I figured they were gonna choose each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
figured they were
I
gonna choose
mean,
each other. And
yeah.
Quentin actually has not posted any pictures of him and Janelle. But I can say that he did go like in comments. I don't know exactly where I saw it on one of the vlog Ready to Love fan pages or whatever, where he was saying, and it was a post that he posted on his page, and it was a picture or something, and he was saying how, sometimes people can change their minds if you find the right person. Like you will make sacrifices, and pretty much what he was saying is yeah, like he did say he wanted 3 kids, but he feel like that he found his person, and to be with his person, he'll sacrifice not having those 3 kids for Janelle.
Yeah.
That's not true.
I don't believe you, bro. I need some sort of rock solid evidence that we're saying that this is real. Show us a vacation photo, like Katie and Swayze.
That's Swayze, yeah.
They out there, they doing their thing. They didn't give a shit, or whatever. They living their best life.
Mhm.
Cornelius and Camille, Joy, Clifton, like, there's other people from across different seasons. They're taking pictures, living their life. I mean, even Donovan and Carmen did that, and or whatever. And I don't think it lasted long, but come on, show us that you really didn't fake this.
Yeah, so I was thinking it was iffy because remember Janelle did a live and said it was 2 couples. And this was at the point where Phil and Aries was going strong. So when it ended up being Marie and Jessica, I was thinking like, who is the other couple going to be? But I kind of had a feeling it was going to be her. So the whole time Lee was there, I felt like it may have been a plot twist. Maybe he could have ended up with Lee at the end. But once she self-eliminated, to me, it was a foregone conclusion that they were going to be together. But also in her interviews, I felt like she may have been open to dating other people. I think she might have mentioned a connection with Red, like a really strong connection that we probably didn't see with Janelle and Red. And then I felt like Herbert was doing well too for a little bit. So
Well,
maybe after the show, huh?
I heard through the grapevine that about a week or so ago, Chris and Aries was at a show together.
And by together, you mean
like they was together at a show together.
Oh.
I don't know if they was together because I didn't
okay.
ask her or him. But from my understanding, I had heard it that they was at a show together, and he had posted it on his Instagram stories. So, they was at a Drake concert. That's what it was. They was at a Drake concert. I had heard it. But anyhow,
I guess we'll see from the vacation pics, right? Keo and Ty.
Yeah.
What vacation pics are you talking about?
Oh, I'm sorry. We're not going public with that now.
Let's just say the pics are gonna be really good. I literally bought a new drone while we were on the panel tonight.
Ooh, I can't wait.
So I need Tyrone? Do I need my drone or no?
Yes.
I have 2. You can bring yours.
No, you got 2?
Yeah.
Bring yours to where?
Sabrina, we'll talk backstage about it.
Oh, okay.
You should come.
Oh, okay. Oh, what was I getting ready to say though? I forgot. Dang, nabbit. It was good too. I done forgot it.
I think you were going to ask us, is there a city that they're going to be taping in next season, or do you think they're going to announce it at the reunion?
That sounds like your question, but that was a great question.
Well, let me say this. And I'm going to do the disclaimer for you. The following words that's coming out of my mouth does not represent Sabrina Soul and her organizations or whatever. And, she is totally disassociated in terms of Will Packard and everybody else during this following statement. That being said, I feel like they should burn the whole damn franchise. End it now. Save yourself. This has become a true blue dumpster fire as a franchise. Yeah, this is a dumpster fire. It needs to be ended ASAP. I don't know how the hell we even got here. That said, we don't need a season 8 or whatever. What is it, season 9 or whatever?
8.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say what Paul said out loud. I'm just gonna say that I think that they need to incorporate some past castmates in the casting process, and I think they should try to get a clearer picture of what the ultimate goal is. And if it's going to be for love and people find something early, then that should be congratulated. They should find a way to have that be a good thing, as opposed to possibly getting voted off because sometimes, because you have to play the game so early, it ends up messing things up. So
right.
I think they need to figure that out.
That, and also too, I'll say this, and this has nothing to do with the clown-ish feeling that I have in my heart over this. I feel like Thomas Miles, as a host, doesn't really work well because he's not the counsel. He's not giving the feedback. He can't. I don't think that he's qualified to give feedback to a woman to tell her how to date, right? Like, there has to be a female component, a female element to this that can talk to these women to tell them how to successfully date. Now, Thomas doesn't really talk to the men in terms of coaching or anything like that, saying, hey guys, this is how you connect with women. It's more so he's directing traffic. And, if you really want to get a good quality or high quality show, you should be having coaching or, people in there that can actually talk to how relationships look or how connections are formed and made and things of that nature. You do that, you start to spark real authentic, connections. And ultimately, that's what the people are looking for. They're not looking for buffoonery and clownery and all this other BS that they've been watching throughout this Dallas stuff.
All right, guys. So let's go ahead and wrap up the season. Any thoughts on, just real quick, about how are y'all feeling about the reunion? You think it's going to be good? You don't think it's not going to be good? You think people are going to really portray themselves authentically? You think that, like, what you thinking? Like, just give me a real quick 2-minute recap of what y'all thinking.
Honestly,
no. I mean,
ahead,
I like I was just gonna say, I like the notion that they're putting, or the narrative that they're putting out there, I should say, as there's gonna be some heartbreaking ass whoop. I like that for this reunion. I feel like there's a lot of tension in the room, and sometimes you really just have to go at it and get it out there, and so that you can move on. This is the platform that you're supposed to address all of these, things or whatever, I say let's do it. Only thing is Tommy needs a referee shirt on and not the blazer.
Tyrone?
Yeah, for some reason, I feel like we come out of the reunion with less couples than we already have. I just kind of feel that. I also feel like, aside from the possible fight with Tequila, it's just going to be a repeat of what we've been seeing all season. We did ask a couple questions about growth and about anything being different in the reunion. It didn't seem like it was going to be a lot. So, like I said, I don't even really think it's going to be a lot of tension aside from, the scenes with Janelle. That's just how I feel.
All right, J-Dub.
I guess we're gonna be looking forward to the cat fights, and that's about it. No substance, no couples, and I just need them to bring back the resort style if we're gonna keep doing this thing. It needs a revamp.
Wait, go back to that picture, Sabrina.
The one before this one. Tyrone.
No, I just had to check them.
Get a check for something. Inspector Wilson.
Stacey B.
I mean, when there isn't love, we must manufacture drama.
That's a fact. Yeah, I wanted to say, by the way, as you go through those credits, shout out to Lighthearted for giving me the wrong check. Now, there is a difference, I meant to tell y'all, for as it relates to the checks, because me and one of the executives at Lighthearted share the exact same name, first and last name, right? And so they made a mistake by giving me that executive's check one time. Yeah. And it was righteous. And I thought, damn, okay, I could do this till the end.
Did you cash the check, P.O.? Did you cash it?
They caught me before I could cash it. I tried to get my ass to that bank, and they caught me.
You're supposed to get a mobile deposit.
Sure, if you know like I know, they don't have no mobile. They make sure that they hold those checks so you show up to the next, episode or whatever.
I feel like they done missed out on a couple of my checks. I feel like I didn't get all the checks I was supposed to get. That's how I kind of feel, but whatever.
I think we need to be getting checks for what we do because we've had more viewership and interactions.
That's why you need to get a YouTube channel, Stacey.
Oh, I'm working on it. I'm going to be releasing. I have a YouTube channel.
Oh, you did say that.
I'm just, y'all know how I am.
So let's talk about it because we about to go around the room anyway and let everybody know where they can find you. We could go ahead and start with Stacey. Let them know where they can find you.
Well, wait, that's too much on the spot. I forgot what the actual name.
Well, can I do a quick pitch? Let me do a quick pitch.
Yes.
I feel like me and Stacey B should do a show together where we just argue with each other all day.
They would love it.
Let's do
it. Yeah. But shout out to myself for coming up with the after. I'm sorry, I didn't even tell y'all that. Well, never mind. We'll talk about it later.
Oh, what is wrong with y'all? We gotta talk about everything.
Okay, well, I'll just say this. Okay, well, let me just go around the room and I'll do my part now.
Okay.
So I am going to do the podcast. The name of the podcast is going to be called After 9:30, right? And yes, of course, go figure, right?
It should be called
Thugged Out
After 8:50.
No, is it? Yeah, it's the after 9:30 podcast where we really talk about just regular issues and things that are going on or trending, and then I give you my colorful perspective on how I feel about those. But I do have a co-host. His name is Tyrone, not Tyrone Wilson, but Tyrone Wilson is always welcome. But I have another co-host, Tyrone, who's hilarious, and he's a total, yeah. So it's going to be pretty dope. But I will definitely share details on that. But yeah, it's gonna be lit.
Okay. J-Dub, you ready?
Are we ready yet? Let's close this thing out. This is the honorary Dr. It's J-Dub, the only panelist that has not been a cast member of Ready to Love. I got my YouTube channel. I kicked off a live today on Ready to Love, and we're gonna keep it going with that momentum. I'm gonna be doing my what do you call them? My hot topics and all that good stuff. So check my channel out on YouTube.
Oh, sorry. Stacey, you ready now?
I mean, I'll never be ready. I really don't. Okay, so next time when we're here, I'll drop my YouTube information because I really can't remember. I'm sure Tier is saying something on the chat what my YouTube stuff is, but I'm gonna be releasing content, and yeah, because why not? Why not?
I agree. You said
and yes, if PO serious, we can do something too. Just let me know so I can figure it out in my schedule.
Absolutely.
Because one thing about me is when I commit, I commit.
Well, if you're gonna commit to me, it's gonna have to be after 9:30.
Oh,
that's even better because we know I don't do sneaky links. Unlike Ty, unlike this new version of Florida Ty, who acts like he got to go to the gym at 1:30 a.m.
But he don't lift no weights. What he going to the gym for?
Oh, he lift weights, but it's just barbell.
Come on, don't even disrespect a brother like that.
I didn't say that I don't respect you.
Wow. I'm talking about not lifting weights.
But he said it.
No, P.O. said it.
P.O. said he
I thought you was talking about me. No.
Oh, no. Talking about P.O., he said he's never lifted weights a day in his life. He just said that about an hour ago.
No, I mean, I be lifting cans and stuff, beer cans.
He does the prison pull-up. Bam. Bam.
Wow. So are we gonna do the Sabrina after dark tonight? I mean, like, what are we doing right now? What are we doing?
I want to do it. Remember, Sabrina, remember that time Ty and P.O. took off their shirts?
I do remember.
Do I need to go get me some cooler juice and come after dark?
We raised a lot of money for the charities. We did. We raised a lot of money that night. We did. Well, we raised like $80 each for both of y'all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty dope.
Yep. And they took the money and then they donated it to their charity of their choice. Yeah. That was amazing. That was
Yeah, that was actually nice. That was very good at the chat. That the chat really participated in that, and we really did, put a little impact into our charity. So
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. All right, guys. So we gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I don't know, like if I could try to figure out, I've never done it before. While I was on earlier, I went over to YouTube to try to see how to stream from the membership. And I see it, but I don't think I can stream while I'm streaming here. I don't know, like it's kind of weird, but we can.
So they'd have to leave and like come back to.
Oh, if we stream Sabrina After Dark, it's literally only for the members. So FYI, you guys, if you are not a member, so a lot of things. So let me just go ahead and put my stuff out there. So a lot of things.
You forgot a brother, not to cut
well,
you
if
off.
y'all got, if y'all if y'all use Capital One and who has the early deposits, y'all should be all right.
What? I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, so just to let you know, guys, I am going to be doing the live watch parties for Ready to Move. Is it Ready to Move? Moving on out, moving up.
Make a move.
Make a move. Ready to move. Make a move. So I'm gonna be doing a live watch party for that. Single Soulmates with my co-host Tyrone. That's getting ready to start soon. I'm going to be doing Hot Topics with J-Dub. I'm gonna be doing Hot Topics with J-Dub. So all that is gonna be starting within the next few weeks, guys. What else? Single Soulmates. I think that's it. Oh, and I'm also going to be doing reviews on what is it? I'm gonna try to get Love is Blind and the new Married at First Sight. It'd be a lot because it'd be like 2 hours for Married at. We just gonna see. Hopefully I can get it all in there because my schedule be so crazy busy. But if you are a part of the membership, we are going to start going live over on the membership channel. If you guys are subscribed, only the individuals that are subscribed to my membership channel. And just to let you guys know, I don't know if Tyrone or J-Dub has memberships on there. Do you guys have memberships? So when y'all get them, you need to let the people know. But for my subscribers, I'm going to start doing, we're going to be doing Ready to Love DC. We're going to be doing the live watch party with the review with Ready to Love DC and Potomac. And we're going to be, doing Sabrina After Dark. So definitely, I just put the membership on the screen and in the chat for you guys to subscribe. And it's about to get funky. Anyway. All right, guys, I think that's it. I love y'all. Make sure you click the like. Make sure you click the like over on J-Dub's channel. Make sure you click the thumbs up on Tyrone's channel. Other than that, we will see y'all next Friday for the reunion. No, watch party. Yep.
No, next Friday, yeah.
Okay.
Watch party.
Oh, Tyrone, did you want to talk to them about something? I almost hit the end. Did you want to talk to them? What we was talking about behind the scenes?
No, I was gonna talk about in the closing.
Oh,
it's all right.
He wanted to get his clothes out.
Oh, did you get to close?
No.
Oh,
it's all good.
No, go ahead and close. Make it happen.
No, we got a couple things coming up. I know there is a planned Potomac and DC reunion coming up in a few weeks, so y'all may see some footage from that. I literally just bought a drone, so there's more content coming out. There's an opportunity to get Stacey some content. October 7th weekend, I will be in Houston. And then I can't say the dates, but there is a trip planned with a bunch of RTL folks in another country. So there will be a lot of content coming from that as well. So I can't say the dates for safety purposes, but yeah. And then on the Single Soulmates, I will be an option on the Single Soulmates. I'm throwing my name in the hat. So DMs is open, y'all. I'm officially dating again. I said it out loud.
But wait, Tyrone. So does that mean that both you and I still don't have our Thanksgiving dates?
Because
I need one because I'm gonna host Friendsgiving. So I need one for that, and preferably the same person, as to not look like Dallas season for actual Thanksgiving. I need something real.
Yeah.
Hold on, so you saying I can't come get a slice of turkey or something? Is that what we're talking about?
Oh, other than that,
never mind.
Check on your people. It is Suicide Awareness. It is Suicide Awareness Month. I will be giving a talk on my channel on suicide awareness this Wednesday. So that's all I got.
All right, guys. We're going to try to figure out this after dark. But if not, I'll see y'all Friday at 8 p.m. Love you. Okay, meeting.